get straight in. You guys finished last session with a lovely rest and a level up. So we're all now level 2 to whatever you are. No multi-class at level 2. Sticking to your guns. Everyone's got some new bits to get into, which will be fun. Also means you're stronger, which means now I can try and kill you a bit more. Everyone levels up at the same speed. It's good. But yeah, you finished your second job for your mysterious employers to fully clear the path, the underground path, the underriver path actually, between the Silent Dagger and the warehouse. And you retrieved some information which you did not give over easily. It took a bit of convincing, but you did eventually give over all the information to Vex about what you had found and what was going on, and she had said that they'll look into it and see what came of it and what was going on and why the Duggars were in the warehouse, what they were doing, and sent you guys away for the evening. And you were paid handsomely. I think in 2 days you've earned enough money to live for many months. You greedy little guts. And all was well. You had a bit of conversation, a bit backwards and forwards with her. I think everyone took away the different feelings about the situation, and everyone went to bed in different states. The Silent Dagger was quite quiet that evening, and I think you were all in need of the rest. So we awake on day 4, right?
Day 3.
We awake on day 3.
Yeah.
Damn, you guys are flying. We awake on day 3. You are all in the site. You all stayed in the Silent Dagger, and you can make your way down in the morning. There's been no arrangement thus far for who you are to meet and where you're having your next chat. But yeah, as you awake one by one, you can make your way downstairs to sample the breakfasts on offer as the time before. Anything that you take, you can pay for at the time or put on your tab that you're keeping with either Marcus or the lady's name, who I will remember.
How much is the breakfast?
It's cheap as chips.
I thought breakfast was included. It's bed and breakfast, I was told.
No, you're wrong. It's in meals. It's 6 copper pieces.
6?
6 for breakfast.
Jesus Christ, inflation's hit hard.
Mate, you know these
Only
inns
3
gotta
days
make
ago, it was less than that.
It was 6 because I had 24 copper pieces down for you guys on the tab. For those 8 and those that didn't pay for themselves. So you wake up and those who come down are greeted by Evelyn, the day shift innkeep for the Silent Dagger, as there are selections of food there. Now that you guys are semi-permanent residents, they put out a little bit of bread and take orders for meat and hot drinks as you come down in the morning. But I suppose if there's anything you guys want to cover for your breakfast chats, over to you.
I want to go and see if I've got a message back from my contacts.
Yeah, so you left a note for in the like thieves' hole, didn't you?
Yeah, see if we've got any information on our employers.
Have a breakfast first, or are you shooting out nice and early to see if you've got it?
I'll go out nice and early and see if I've got it.
Okay. Anybody else?
I'm standing up last for breakfast.
I'd like to take some breakfast, please. I'd also like to put a piece of bread in my bag from the table.
Oh wow! You're gonna pay for that piece of bread, or you're gonna steal it?
No, I'm gonna. It's part of my breakfast, right? So I'm paying 6 copper. I assume it's all you can eat.
Continental breakfast.
Exactly. So I'd just like to, I'm not feeling that carby this morning after yesterday's ordeal. I'm still a bit anxious and a bit reflective after having killed someone.
Yeah.
So I don't have a great appetite, but I know that I'll probably get hungry later, so I'm going to take some bread.
Cool.
Zaga will approach the bar to complain about the prices. Hey, Evelyn, what's this about 6 coppers?
That's the price of breakfast. It's the price of breakfast you had yesterday. It's the price of breakfast you'll have tomorrow. It's a very good meal for 6 coppers.
Why would I pay 6 coppers when I can go get a duck from the park?
You've been eating ducks from the park?
I mean, I caught one. It wasn't very fast.
Well, I mean, you can do that, but I wouldn't recommend. We don't know what those ducks have been eating. But I mean, if you're more than welcome. 6 copper is just something that we offer here at the Silent Dagger. If you want to go and catch a duck, then Be my guest, but just be careful with where there's. I mean, people like those ducks. It's not dinner.
Have you got any duck meat for breakfast? I'll pay 6 coppers if you've got duck meat.
We actually don't have any duck meat because, again, we like the ducks. But we can do some different birds. Or I can give you a bird and call it duck. What would you prefer?
What kind of birds do you have?
Well, chicken.
Chicken, that's a bit basic.
I mean,
Fine. 6 coppers it is.
Perfect. That was just do be careful with the ducks. Don't eat them all.
And with that, Zagger will sit at the table and await some chicken.
Yeah, nice. So let's get down everyone's names because I know what it'll be like. Cool.
Hey, Faywin, how you doing after yesterday?
Oh, Zaga, I'm a little shaken up. I can't lie, but you know, I was able to get 4 hours meditation in the end. So I'm just hoping that today's a bit less action packed. How are you? You
I'm
took
good.
A bit of a beating.
Oh, we killed 2 dwarves. That's good in any kobold's book.
Kobolds not fans of dwarves.
Fuck no, they stole our mountain, so say our legends.
I do recall reading something about that, but I don't know many kobolds, so I didn't realise the impact it had on your creatures.
Well, it's more so the dragons. They stole the mountains that the dragons used to own.
Oh.
And, you know, we work for the dragons because we're cooler little dragons.
Cooler.
Fuck yeah. You know any dragons that can sing?
I can't say that I do. Hey, have you ever seen a dragonborn?
Of course.
I've never ever seen one, and I'd love to.
I mean, they're like slightly less cool, taller versions of us.
Oh, don't worry, Zaga. You're my favourite type of dragon.
Of course I am.
I just still want to see a dragonborn, even if they can't sing. The
Where's
beautiful
Bonbon?
voice of your places. I haven't seen him this morning. He's muted.
Oh.
So yeah, I head down a little bit later. I kind of look over to the group, like acknowledge they're there, but I sit separately for a bit, kind of rummage around in my bag a little bit.
Hey, look at that, he's too good for us.
I look up at Von Van and I say, "May Governor."
May Governor.
What?
It just
Oh,
means
sorry.
it just means hello.
You hear the sound of Arta's alarm clock in the distance. Grab the set.
I like that. What? Cool. As you guys put it on, we'll go back to Corin quickly. So, Corin, you make your way early to get the breakfast to go and see if you've got anything, any response back from the local Thieves Guild. And you haven't. So this. You recognise the signage that you've been posting in, but you don't actually necessarily know the guild itself. You just know how guilds, like different thieves guilds, operate and the way you've picked up work before. A lot of it for an agent like yourself would have been almost like the not knowing who you were, and that plausible deniability is what you like. So you pick up jobs, you learn information, you pass information. It's all just about this undercurrent of the thieves giving everyone the information that they think is relevant. So you don't know who you're actually contacting with. But you recognise how to pass messages as part of who you are and your background. And you do, when you go and find the hole, and as you go out in the morning, it's fairly busy. People are moving around, it's early morning, they're getting off to work, a lot of people heading the opposite direction that you've came, as they're passing to go over the bridge, to go into the beer port, to start the work in the factories, and the working day and the shift changes happen. So it's fairly busy around, but you use that as your guides to kind of reach into the kind of like post box, pull out what is a message there for you. And what you have is a note, and it's a much larger note than you passed. You've been passing small like scraps of paper with the one lines in. This is a very small scroll. Would you like to take and read straight away, or are you taking and moving?
I'll take a move.
Can you also, just with the cover there, roll me a stealth check with advantage for dancing in, picking up the note and dancing out without?
That would be a 13.
13, nice. So you feel like you're using the crowd, you've got the scroll and come on with it. So yeah, you have a small scroll. You want to read it on the way back, or you want to wait till you get back to the dagger, silent dagger?
I'll wait till we get back.
Okay. So yeah, pick up a scroll, you make your way back, and as you get back, you see Von Van on a different table, rummaging through his bags and stuff, and you see Faywin and Zaga eating. As Arthur's alarm goes off, and he slowly, what's become a habit in 3 days of Arthur slowly making his way to the breakfast table after everybody else. I'll hand back to you guys.
I'll go up to Von Van and say, "You're right there, Van. You're not sitting with everybody else."
Yes, I'm fine. I'll be over in a little bit. I just got some work to do.
Sure, no problem. With that, I'll go and sit with the others and get a bit of food, get breakfast.
Morning, Corin. How are you?
Morning, Fairhead. I'm not so bad. How about yourself after yesterday?
Yeah, I was just saying to Zaga, I feel a bit shaken, but I'm okay. You went out early this morning?
Yeah. I wanted to see if I got a response back from that message, with those contacts I have. See if they'd give me information on who we're working for here.
Oh. Was it fruitful?
I've not looked yet. I'm just about to look now.
Oh.
And I pull out the scroll and see what's written on.
Zaga feels like he's starting to understand Corin a bit more, and he says, "What's that about a book now?"
Not a book, Zaga. It's a scroll. It's a message from one of my contacts.
You got a skull that needs contacts. What?
I look at Zaga to translate. A scroll from one of his contacts.
How do you understand him?
Cool. So you unroll the scrolls. You're tucking into the breakfast that comes around, and the note is a long note, and it's a detailed listing that goes out there. So it says, it just says, "Thank you for your question. We have no information on the person you mentioned, but we're interested to talk further to you about this. Can you make it? Can you come to the Thistle and Shamrock this evening? Do not arrive before 11 p.m. And if you are to come, speak to Olaf about his tankards. Request a private table with a view of the sea, and someone will be in contact."
Interesting.
Arthur comes
I relay that to everyone.
Do you and as you roll a perception check, Corin?
21.
21. So as you're going through and looking at it, and as you're getting served your breakfast and stuff, you notice that Evelyn's kind of tries to take a little peek over your shoulder at what you're reading through there, hearing your conversation with everyone.
Do I notice her doing that as well?
No, not with your passive. She beat most of your passive, but with her being that close to, it's almost like as she gets there and you're reading out, you feel her too much over your shoulder, Corin. It's like abnormal, but for everyone else, it almost looks like a normal waitress handing out stuff. But it's just
so turn around and sort of just look at her as if to say, "What are you doing?" kind of thing.
So anything else for breakfast this morning?
No, that'll be fine, thank you.
No? Okay. Well, if you guys need anything else, let us know. We're happy to put it on the tab. Happy to have you guys here at the Silent Dagger.
Hey, Evelyn, how come this chicken's not moving?
Because we tend to cook the chicken before we serve it. Just, policy. We can maybe arrange for a live chicken, but that'll have to. It's an odd request.
Zaga looks disappointed.
Animal.
I want to watch out for that one. She seems a bit nosy. Just be careful around her.
What do you mean?
Well, just when I was, looking at scrolls, talking to you about it, she seemed a bit too interested in it, if you know what I mean. So maybe she's, spying us for this group, like. So. Just go watch what we're doing and saying around her.
Okay. Hey, Corin. Hang on. Bern relayed that to us, right? What was in the letter?
I did, yeah.
Okay. Corin, keep that letter safe. There seem to be quite a few instructions there about when we should and shouldn't go. You know, if we're gonna if we decide that we're gonna go with that, there were some very specific instructions. I wonder why.
Yeah, so it's keep it safe for sure.
Maybe we should talk to the rest about it. I think I heard Arthur. His alarm went off, so maybe he's awake now.
Yeah, sure. When Von said he'd be over in a bit, he's just got something to do.
Oh,
He didn't say something to do with work.
work.
Sure, yeah. I don't know what he meant by that, but I didn't want to pry too much.
Oh, I'll ask him. Ourselves, we have an understanding. I'm sure he'll tell me.
Arthur comes downstairs now, and as I kind of walk into the room, I stretch, I yawn, I cast thaumaturgy, and I cough to make my presence known.
I give a little wave to him.
Morning, Arthur.
I ignore them and go to the bar to get some food.
Good morning. Finally up and awake, are we? Was it breakfast today?
Yes, please. Haven't turned thaumaturgy off at this point.
Nice. Cool.
Just kind of shouting.
That's lovely. It's the same as usual, just the bread and meat.
Is there any other meal?
I mean, you can request something, but likely no.
I yell over, don't get the chicken. It's not moving.
I turn around and put my thumb up. Just the usual, I guess.
Perfect. Take a seat. And,
And then I turn to face the room and notice everyone's sort of seen me, saw Fowin's wave. So I start heading towards their table. And then I take a seat next to Bonban. Don't say anything, just take a seat next to Bonban.
Morning, Arthur.
I've started eating my food. I'm turning to Bonban. So, morning, Bonban. How excited are you for the new day? New exciting day. Day is exciting.
It is an exciting new day, yes.
Are you sat here because you can't stand the smell of them?
No, not at all. I got a few little things I need to.
Okay, cool. And then I just sit down chowing on my food next to him.
It's cracking up. Nice.
So, what are we gonna do until this meeting? Hey, Win, are you gonna go visit a hairdresser?
I flick my incredibly long, beautiful silver hair. I don't know what you mean, Saga.
It's looking a little dirty.
I look shocked and horrified by this news. Can I get up and run back to my room?
Are those ends split?
Oh, fuck off.
Kill him. This will be a nice morning.
Faywin runs to the bathroom. I'm not telling you what she's doing in there, she's just in the bathroom.
What's wrong with her?
Just had a coffee.
I don't know. I think she's a bit sensitive about her hair. And a little chuckle about it.
What's that about a fair?
Hearing this conversation, I kind of shout over. Turn thaumaturgy off at this point. I'm like, did someone say spa day?
Spa day. That's funny you said, actually.
Yeah, we'll go for a spa days out there.
I could do with a manicure and a pedicure and a hornicure.
I know you're very particular about your nails there.
Yeah, no, the knives just aren't the same as, like a professional.
You want someone to rub your horn?
Horns plural.
Killing me softly. So as you guys are eating up, discussing your day's events, the door of the Silent Dagger opens, and in steps faces that you recognise. The party that you saw on that very first night. The male tiefling, the female tiefling, the rogue that Corin spoke to. Followed by a fighter, the bugbear, and a very small character that you haven't really taken too much notice of. She walks in fully cloaked with a little tail coming out the back.
I slope back in from the bathroom and sit next to Zaga, but slightly further away from him because he's really upset me.
So these guys come in. The tiefling's up in front again. It's just like, well, good morning. Look at you sorry sons of bitches. You've been asked to come in here as well to speak to the boss man? Just generally towards your directions.
I ignore it.
Something like that, yeah.
Not morning people, clearly. Jesus. Okay. Well, we were told to come in. I assumed you guys were here, but we'll leave you to your breakfast. Don't you worry. And he pats the guys and they go and sit on the table over to the side again. The table that you'd seen had been had like part filled drinks the night before when you came upstairs. And they sit there, have a laugh, get some coffee delivered over to their table and some warm drinks as they sit just chatting about the day as they're not the complete opposite side of the room to you, but yeah, if you guys are sat on the right hand side of the bar, they are across the alleyway on the left hand side.
Can we hear their conversation?
You can try and hear the conversation if you'd like, yeah. You want to roll
I would like to try and listen to them, please.
perception check?
5.
You're sat. You just can't not hear everyone else around you.
Brilliant.
General chatting.
Preoccupied with your split ends.
Yeah, and Arthur's a really loud chewer. Kind of.
He is a real lad, sure.
Can I
Cast thaumaturgy while eating.
Oh my god. I'm trying to take a look at the little one with the tail to see if it's another kobold.
Okay, yeah, roll a perception check.
I also at this point just glance up from looking at what I'm working on in Arthur's direction, kind of giving him a bit of a stare with how loud he's chewing right next to me.
And the perception was another 5.
Another 5.
Actually louder.
No, you can't. You get a look. You try and just to get a look at the tail, and you can see that the tail has fur on it at least, but that's all you can see.
I take a look at my tail to see if it's furry.
You roll a perception check. Pretty fun. You know your tail. You don't need to roll for that. Cool. And then it's sat there chatting away. You can see they're drinking and just pretty awake for this early morning. Cool. Are you rejoining the table, Von Van? Is there anything you were wanting to do?
So at this point, I kind of like, after fumbling around about, I've got out a scroll that I've kind of just laid across the table in front of me, and I'm just kind of feeling around the scroll, kind of trying to take it all in. But I'm trying to keep myself to myself still, just, even with Arthur right in my ear hole chewing. I assume Arthur's not interested at all because he's got food, and
I
I'm
saw
very
the
happy with that.
scroll come down and just completely ignored it. Not even trying to read it.
I shout over to Arthur. Arthur, how's your breakfast there?
I say mid-mouthful, "It's very good."
Grand.
I'm spitting food
wipe
up
the-
a little bit of on the scroll.
Yeah, I wipe the crumbs off of the scroll and kind of look up at Arthur again.
I ignore him and just keep eating. With my mouth open this time.
You are the worst human being / tiefling.
Are we quite close to Von Van and Arthur?
Yeah, you're like a table across. So if you
Next
imagine it's like where the bar is, there's two tables that are towards the door, and that's where their party is on one side and your party's the other side, and then there's two other tables. So you are like a table's throw away. You could probably reach over and throw something at them if you want to.
So in Elvish, I asked Von Van what he's got.
It's just by my research.
Into what?
Well, as druids, and I've got to keep certain forms of research going. I can't really go into too much detail right now, but I can talk a bit later about it.
Okay. The idea of a secret has lit Fabian's eyes up, especially because it's to do with knowledge, and she's a right geek. And then I'd just say to Von Van again, have you noticed, again in Elvish, have you noticed he's arrived and kind of gesture towards that arsehole bugbear?
Wow. Awesome.
He was a prick to me. Bullies of the Alps.
I have noticed, yes.
I roll my eyes.
Cool.
I turn towards Bonbon and say, "Hey, Bonbon, is that one got any pictures? I love the pictures."
Not really pictures, no.
Tiger looks disappointed.
Perfect. So you guys finish up your breakfast. You see the other guys are starting to eat a little bit and drink a little bit as they sit around. They didn't seem too asked with the wait. As you get a kind of like a call out from Evelyn at the bar, and she's like, guys, Vex is downstairs with the boss. If you'd like to make your way downstairs, I think both lots of you. But yes, if you'd like to make your way downstairs, Vex and the boss are waiting.
How much food is left on my plate?
You've been chewing pretty aggressively. You've got like and like an
chewing
end of
but not
bread.
swallowing.
Not like the end of bread. That'd be too much to put in your mouth in one bite, but you probably would put it all in your mouth in one bite and then have to chew like that thing. You're like, fuck, I made a mistake here. I'm gonna be chewing for a while.
Yeah, I will be
Imagine the
doing
way
that.
he's eating. I've probably got more food on my scroll than he's got in his mouth.
Possibly.
Yeah, I will be doing that for the last bit of bread, but I know I will be the last to get up off the table.
Yeah, and as soon as she says that, you see the other guy stand up. The guy at the front, the Tiefling's like, Evelyn, my dear, of course we'll make our way downstairs. And then he kind of like nods to you guys, and his party get up and move on. Make their way downstairs.
I plait my hair to the side and I get my stuff. And I look around to see if everybody else is getting up from our party.
I just roll back up, chuck it back into my bag, and get up as well.
Yeah, I'll get up.
I push away the disappointing, dry cooked chicken and get up.
Cool. So you'll make your way. All making your way downstairs? Sound like nearly everyone. Arthur's going to be last.
Arthur, are you coming?
I get up last, stuffing a bit of bread in my mouth.
Just like.
I just kind of nod, and then put my thumb up.
You know you can't keep hold of that for later.
I put my thumb up at him, but continue chewing.
So you make your way downstairs into that familiar office that you've been in a few times, the left-hand door in the corridor. And as you get in there, stood at the far end of the room. And as you walk in, the room is changed around slightly. You can see there's a bit more organisation to the office part of the room now. There's still the one chair and the desk and the bookshelf, but they're starting to be filled with stuff. The back door where the latch was is closed. The secret passage door is closed. It's set up as if it's going to be as if it's functioning now more as an office of sorts. And as you walk in, you see that Vex is stood next to the desk. The desk is sat there with a chair, but Vex is stood next to the desk. And at the far side of the room is the other group as they're milling and kind of having a chat with Vex. And she kind of walk in. She says, Good morning. I'm glad you were here. We didn't send a message, but we appear to have caught you before you left, so this is good. Thank you for coming down. We have it's quite exciting. We went through the information that you guys had gathered and points to your group, and also some of the information that Val and his team have brought in, and the boss would like to talk to you himself. He's quite pleased with the progress. So yes, this is should be quite the honour for all of you to meet the man who is paying the bills and employing you, and he will explain to you, I suppose, part of the vision for the Silent Dagger and what we're doing here. So if you could just shuffle into the room and get set, and when he's here, we'll let you know. She kind of shuffle, and you get the feeling with all your passive perceptions above 10, you get the feeling that there's like an air of nerves in Vex's voice, which you haven't heard before, especially considering the conversations that she was having yesterday with you guys. Her demeanour is very different as well.
I'm chewing, but not as loudly as before.
So as you'll shuffle in there, and Val and his group are looking, the bugbear is you can see they've pushed a bugbear to like the back corner, furthest part from the group. He's gonna have to get through 4 of them. He's getting there. But as you, if you look across Von Van or Phelan, you see the bugbear is just, his eyes are darting between you two, with nothing else to do but stare and think about lovely things, I'm sure. And the door opens, and in walks a slightly taller character, about at least 7 foot tall, in the same kind of, very similar garb to that Vex is wearing, but longer, much longer coats, much like all black essentially, but goes all the way down to the floor and kind of drags on the floor, almost with the way that this humanoid is moving forward. It's almost like they're floating, that their dress just kind of like glides along the floor with them as they go. And there's a sense of just like hush and calm and almost like complete silence as this larger figure, not too wide, kind of spindly, but very tall figure, makes their way into the room. Doesn't really turn. Again, has the plague mask on as Vex does. Comes into the room, turns and sits down at the desk, and then kind of looks up. And you kind of he leaves an air of silence as you see the kind of eyes and well, you can't see the eyes. You see the mask and the head kind of turn left to right, scoping out each one of you individually. You feel like this person, whilst you can't see, they're almost like gazing into your soul as the slow move of the head is counting through each one of you, picking up, and it does it for you and does it for the other party. As you hear them say, "Good morning. Thank you for coming here today. Vex has told me of the work you have been doing to further our cause, and I thought it only right that I come down and see the people who are helping build what is going to be a great venture for us here out of the Silent Dagger. My name is Zarkul, Zarkul, and I have been your benefactor. I am the owner of the Silent Dagger, and we have large plans here in Redvant. As he's saying this, his head is almost like a oscillating fan. He's going backwards and forwards across you all, constantly moving. He hangs on your group a little longer, on the paws, backwards and forwards, at certain points, and then hangs on their group a little more on certain points as well. As he's going back, it's not just a clean movement. I'm trying to read facial expressions or is noticing people. And he goes on to explain that his plans. Oh, I can do it first. So we are a new organisation here in Redvant and have spotted an opportunity, shall we say, to use some of the skills that I and many of my workforce here, many of my followers, the skills that we possess. The Coven, who I'm sure some of you are well aware of, being from certain heritages, you know that they have a stronghold over Redvant, and that they have created somewhat of a monopoly in a town that has a potential for much larger growth. And we are here to try and tap into that growth and, let's say, give the Coven something to worry about. If any of you have a problem with this objective of ours, then please let it be known before we continue with work. But if you are to stay and carry on working for myself and helping us build this great enterprise, I can promise it'll be worth your while. There are clearly there's money to be made if you are only in it for the gold, and I assume some of you may well be. But for those that are a little more interested, we can provide other services to help you improve the way that you are able to output, the way you're able to help me. This is a great chance for those to get on board from the beginning and really help grow our enterprise in whichever means we decide to go down. Not all of them will be as dirty as you have been getting involved with the last couple of days, but we have plans to settle some actual business, some establishments, to take back a small corner of Redvant, and we would love for you to be a part of it if you so wish. You've shown great promise, and I think we can take that spark of promise and turn it into something much more powerful. Does anyone
I put my hand up.
Cool. And as he's looking backwards and forwards, he kind of stops on your hand. Yes, Arta, how can I help?
I stand up, first of all.
Was that the phone?
So you mentioned dirty work. Can we get tickets for a spa day?
I mean, that's an interesting request for the offer I just put on the table, but
You said you'd help with anything.
we can help with anything, and if a spa day is what you so wish, I'm sure the money you've earned in just a mere 2 days can pay for all the spa day you would require. We are aiming for benefits that are less frivolous and more permanent, shall we say.
I mean, a spa day is permanent. It's permanent for my mental health.
He pauses and then goes back to looking around the room. Does anyone have any?
I sit down.
I put my hand up as well.
Yes. I've heard of your antics, Kobold. How can I help?
So, you said something more permanent. Do you know a good hairdresser that can fix Faywin's split ends?
I audibly gasp and look mortified and go bright red through my translucent skin.
You.
I turn to him and say, I think we can get that done on the spa day. I think he said we could have a spa day.
Awesome.
I kind of shuffle back in the group a little bit,
As you're.
despite everyone around me being so small.
That's fine. You can shuffle back. And as you make the quip and turn, you feel Zaga, like something deep within your mind, like someone's opening and slamming drawers in your brain, going through and rooting through, and you're like, as they're doing it, you're remembering bits of your past and rolling through, as you make the quip and look across, almost a bit smug with yourself, and then you feel very uneasy as you feel like someone is going through your memories.
I try and focus on one of my favourite songs, traditional songs of my people.
As soon as you stop and try to focus, the feeling goes away as he carries on. So really, the offer is up to you. There is work here at the level that you have been progressing at, or there are further jobs that we can push your way. And this is really, like I say, an enterprise from the ground up. The Coven have had a grip for far too long, and we want to give the people of Redvant a choice in the businesses that they frequent and the how do we put it? The activities and experiences that they require.
Can I see if the other group are reacting?
Yeah,
like
so
if they're nodding or...
as you as you look across and try to psych them out, Val, the male bard, steps forward, and he's like, "I'd just like to say, from myself and for my crew here, that it's been a pleasure working for you guys. We've enjoyed the work that's been forward, and we have performed well. I hope you agree in everything that we've done, and you can count us in on being part of this for the long term. Fuck the Coven. These guys needed. Someone was going to come from us some point. Why not be us? But you can count on us." And you see the rest of the crew kind of nod along with that. They don't show too much more. They are letting their kind of self-pronounced leader do the talking for them.
At that point, I want to say, yeah, and that bugbear looks like he could really do with a spa day and a bath.
You talk again.
I think they've got great conditioner at the spa.
We're gonna die in this room.
Can you roll an intelligence save?
All I want is a spa day. Is that too much to ask? I mean, relax. I mean,
what was that? An intelligence saving throw?
Yeah.
Oh, that's poor. That's a 5.
Okay. You make the quip again, and as Zarkle turns towards you, you take 15 points of psychic damage.
I guess is that physical? Do I feel that?
You will feel it in your mind. Again, it's like it's like you've just been hit with an intense migraine, like a clamp on your brain that just shuts down almost your ability to think clearly. I think you are actually stunned. Yes, so you're technically stunned. So you are you can't move and you can't speak.
I'm gonna collapse with sort of a whimper then.
Can I do a perception check to see whether I notice this, or do I notice it?
You notice him because as he makes the joke again, "Hey, that bugbear," and as soon as he finishes again, you almost at the end of the sentence, Zaga's words will dribble out of his mouth, and he would react to taking the damage as he stumbles down.
I ignore him falling down.
I absolutely do not ignore him because he's so cute and a little dragon, even if he's really fucking annoying about my hair. And I kind of drop down and check on him.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Saga, are you okay?
Since I can't move or speak, I will just lie there.
You can speak, but only falteringly, so you can't get all the words out, nor that coherently.
Okay, I will lie there and sort of just.
I look up at the group and I mouth in Elvish to Von what the fuck.
If we could get back on track, Vex did warn me that you were vocal as a group, shall we say. So like I say, the option is there. I can't tell you more of what we're planning, but I can promise you more work to whatever level you require. But
are you planning a spa? Is that what this whole thing's about? Building a spa? The best spa on this side of the...
Roll intelligence save.
Wisdom saving throw.
A saving throw, yeah.
Intelligence. Oh, that's not good. 13.
13. That's a fail. So you take 19 points of psychic damage, and you are also stunned.
19 I'm dead.
Cool. Arta passes out.
Do I need to roll saving throws or?
No, not for now. At the moment, you just passed out. And you just slumped to the floor. And at this point, Zarkul stands up. I can see that maybe some of you weren't ready to have this conversation, and he turns towards Vex as he says this, and then looks back to the tiefling and says, I shall be seeing you very soon, and look forward to working with you. And then he turns and just kind of hovers his way out of the door from there. You are down on the floor. Anyone has a chance to do something to try and stabilise if they would like, or you will be rolling death saving throws.
Could I please try and...
You can stabilise.
I'm next to Zaga, so can I?
Oh, I'm not down.
No.
I'm just.
You're just
I will
controlling.
try and stabilise
Mm-hmm.
Arthur.
So roll a medicine check.
While he's doing that, I mop up Zaga's drawer.
Nice here.
That is a 7.
7. That actually fails.
Hmm.
It's a 10.
Well, I tried.
Roll a death save. Send over. Please roll a 1. So as you guys are going through and treat, and you've got Zaga on the floor dribbling, you've got your cleric's just been knocked down, unconscious from this movement. The other group go to.
I
start
did
the
my saving throw on D&D Beyond, so I can send it to you as well if you want.
Yeah, can you just bring in Discord, please?
Yeah, I'll ping you direct.
Seeing as my attempt to shake him out of it did not work, I guess I am going to have to cast Healing Word. So I kind of step back a bit, look down at Arta, and a gesture my hand towards him, and say, Lasto Bethnin, Tolo Dan Nangalad. I get... Is it 1d4 plus 2? That's 5. So he gets 5 health.
So Arta comes back to consciousness with 5 points of health just after breakfast, which is lovely. And as you are tending to... So, Von Van, you're down tending to Arta. Zaga's having his drool wiped up by Faywin. Corin, you see as there's all things going on that the other group turn to leave. Vex has a quick word with them as they turn to leave. And Val, as he walks past, says to you guys just don't know when to fucking shut up, do you? Well, good luck. And he walks out. And as the bugbear walks past, he just spits down towards your direction. The 2 elves on the floor carries on walking out the door. As Vex as they leave, Vex comes over to you. She's like, so that didn't quite go to plan, did it? Any reason you guys decided to wake up and spit in the face of job opportunities?
I just wanted to Sparta. I don't understand why that's such a horrible request. I can still feel kind of a ringing in my head.
And down on the floor, I thought it was funny.
Yes. No, maybe I should have been more clear that. Yes. No. Meeting Zarkul isn't for comedic purposes. He wanted to see who we had working for us, and I now worry for everyone's sake that didn't go as planned.
I shake my head, say fucking idiots, and just walk off out of the room.
I look up to Vex and say, what happened to them? Did Zarkul, what's his name, Zarkul do that?
Yeah. To Vex.
Daddy,
Yeah.
Daddy, ooh.
Yes, of course. Yes, he doesn't just walk around as an ominous presence. There is much power behind what Zarkul can do, and power that he can share and was willing to share. But I feel that door may be closed for you now. I wouldn't. Yes, this was a mistake.
Can I move yet?
Yeah, it's a minute. So by now you're starting to come back round, get control of your senses.
Getting back to my feet and wiping drool off my face. And say, I want that power.
I'm sure you do want that power. It's a great gift, but I don't feel like you have really ingratiated yourself in any way with Zarkul. We will
What about
need to work on something.
if you get like a little mechanical ball and you like throw it at him, and then like you can throw it again and he comes out and you can like tell him to do stuff.
She looks at you and says,
I look confused.
Yeah. What are you saying? I suggest in future you maybe operate much like the other group have, that they have somebody talk who doesn't say things that will frankly annoy the person they're talking to. Might be.
I was annoyed by their smell though.
You are on the edge of being killed.
I gestured to Arta to shush with my finger
shush.
over my lip.
I finally recognised where we're at.
It's like you can almost see Vex at the point where her hand's shaking a little bit, like, don't make me fucking
See it in
kill
you,
you.
Herb.
I'll kill him. I'll kill him. It's fine. Yes. You're going to have to give us some time because this is bad. A word my good friend Val taught me, a clusterfuck, which is kind of what he described as the scenes you guys left in that warehouse last night as well. So I'm starting to even question my own judgment now on taking people on. I suggest you give us some time.
So while you smooth that over, the rest of us, let's go to a spa.
There's no response coming from there.
I sigh very loudly.
I'm still not opening my mouth. Slowly let out a thumbs up, like keeping it really close to my body.
Cool. So yes, I suggest you think long and hard about whether this is something you would like to continue. I will warn you now that there is some information you know about and some that you don't, which is lucky, but be careful because you do know some of the workings and what has been going on here. And if Zarkul deems that this is not that there's a danger, shall we say, I cannot help you from there.
Vex, may I speak to you?
Yes, of course. Yeah.
And I look at Arta and Zagran, like in private.
Of course, yes. And she takes you just like towards the other end of the room, and then just says, and you just hear her say to you, "And we can talk here." Without the need of. Well, she's talking to your mind. She talks. Obviously, you can't hear, but she says, "We can talk here without the need for anybody else to hear."
She says that into my brain.
Yes. And you can think.
I can't see her
response.
mouth right
You
from
can't
what
see
she's
her mouth,
wearing.
no.
So, as far as I know, she's speaking out loud.
Yeah,
I don't know. She's creepy. as
Yeah.
fuck.
Yeah.
Shit in my head. Okay. I hope you don't mind me
Let
asking.
me just stop you there. I see this is your first time with this sort of magic. You can think your response for a private conversation.
And she hears me in my head saying, "I can think it."
And she says, "Yes, I can hear you."
Whoa! I say it out loud. So kind of
The
stumbling
rest
over
of
my
you hear
words.
that, yeah, you talk, and then you go, "Whoa!" And then you just stare at each other without saying anything for the start of the conversation.
So in my mind, like, she can tell my thoughts are racing,
Mhm.
and I'm kind of like stumbling over the thoughts. But essentially, I was fascinated yesterday by what we found, and I wondered if the documents that I gave you in Dwarvish, have you managed to get them translated yet?
She says, "Yes, no, this is actually what I was to talk to you and your team about after we have found out. It's still a little bit of a puzzle, but the information definitely was useful. The Durgars were there to sell something to a third party. The third party is, we believe, to be run by the Coven, but it's not going under their name. And we had some information to go and scout out potentially what is going on, what is being bought and sold. The crates that the Durgars were protecting were a set of cages, large humanoid-sized cages, and we have no idea what they are being used for. So what we wanted to do is, find that out. That was a job that I had earmarked for you, but in light of recent events, that circle may decide to hand that to the other team.
I mean, I can only apologise for Archer and Zaga. They had a lot for breakfast this morning, and I don't know, maybe they're just a bit hyperactive from all of that bread, and I know Zaga likes birds, so the chicken might have given him a little bit too many beans this morning.
You understand?
But, you know, if Sarkle could reconsider, I'm sure that the group would consider it.
You understand they will get you killed.
They're misunderstood.
And misunderstanding is not going to stop you all from dying because of this.
Well, when we did the first quest for you, there were the giant spiders, you know, if it hadn't have been for them, I wouldn't be standing here. So I feel like I have some sort of allegiance towards them. But I understand.
This is good. I can only offer you the warning that...
Well, if you need any help with those documents, I'm more than happy to have a look over them. Just please let me know.
I suggest you take some time and you, as a group, decide what it is you want to do and come back to us with a decision. There is some work that I can do to give you what would likely be another test.
Okay, thank you, and thanks for your time.
But this will only be on the case that you all are in agreement that this is the right way forward, and
yes, of
you
course.
understand the danger that comes with flippancy.
Of course. Thank you again for your time.
Thank you, Faerwin. I suggest you
As I'm
take
walking
your
away, I
party
kind of
upstairs.
think, can you still hear this thought as I'm walking away? Okay, can you still hear me?
You get no response.
Okay, thank you.
And she leaves you to take the rest of your party upstairs to relay that message. She goes back and doesn't address anybody else.
Okay. I relay the message to the group.
I'm not in the room. I left.
You already gone upstairs?
Yeah.
Yep.
After what happened downstairs, when we get back upstairs, I say to the others, hey, you guys mind if we sit here for an hour or so to recover?
I get out the piece of bread that I stored at breakfast less than an hour ago and hand it to Zaga.
Oh, no, I'm not hungry. I just need to take some time and recover.
You know what? I don't feel too bad.
You're welcome.
Oh, was that you? Ah, well done, Dimson. I
I
appreciate
didn't know
that.
you could do that.
Yeah, why didn't you do that with the spiders? Sorry, thank you. Why didn't you do that with the spiders?
Oh, well, let's just say I made some discoveries overnight.
Oi.
But
I say that aloud.
Fair
enough.
Realised
Fair
what I just said.
Fair enough. That's fine. Well, you paid me back what you owe me, so that's good. So we're even. And I hold out my hand to shake his.
I kind of reluctantly shake it, but also say,
yeah,
you need to start getting more serious. This is going to get us killed.
As he pulls his hand out, I pull it in, and then I say in his ear quietly, "Where's the fun in that, Von Van?" and then I let go. Anyway, so spa.
I guess. I mean,
We'll wait for a bit.
You could save your short.
Tell
rest
you
for
what,
the
you
spa,
two,
otherwise
you
don't
two
get
head over
kicked.
to the spa.
Yeah.
We'll catch up with you.
Sounds like a plan.
Let's
At
go,
this
big
point,
red.
I'm just sitting in one of the corners, smoking my pipe. Just glaring at them too, just thinking what fucking idiots they are. Annoyed at the potential like money we've lost.
I put my hand on. I kind of try and help Zaga with his sort of with his walking, because I gather he's still a bit shook.
It's a bit
But because he's so much shorter than me, I have to like bend down really far, and it's just like really painful. But I do it anyway.
How do you feel about piggyback rides?
You know what? And I get down and get sort of in the pose, arms aside.
I
And-
jump on Otter's back.
And that is a 21 on my strength check.
It's more than enough to piggyback.
Before you ask.
You fall down and break your legs. You take 7 points of damage. You're dead. No, that's more than enough. You big mug.
I kind of look around the room. How close am I to people? Quite close.
If you're upstairs, you're back upstairs in the
Quite
main
small,
bar area. So the other group are not there to be seen. Corin's made his way over to one side to pick up a chair in a booth to stare out across the room. But yeah, there's no one else in the bar this early. It's breakfast, and this is essentially a pub.
So I kind of like look at them all and I say, do you think maybe we should, Zaga, I know that you're feeling a bit tired, but maybe we should head out and get some fresh air. It might be good to have a little distance from the inn in case Zakul comes back.
Let's go.
Archie, you're tired.
I go. Before we go, I go to the bar. So I got my back now. Probably in poor taste, but is there a spa, a relaxation centre, maybe a hot spring in the town?
A spa, even literally like a spa in Redvant. Well,
Yeah.
I mean, you guys are really asking for something. You know, this is a bit of a shithole, right?
Do people not bathe in shitholes?
They do bathe, yes, but not spas. A lot of working class folk. I don't know. I don't think you're going to get anywhere with it. Your best bet's going to be going north, going to go and see what they're doing up in Hot Valley. It's new. They're supposed to be building some stuff up there. Whether one of them's a spa or not, I do not know, but that's up to you.
Sounds
That
like there's
seems.
a gap in the market.
Yeah. Almost
At this
like.
point, I kind of like try and usher them out away from the bar.
Fine. And I start walking out the bar. So, Zaga, looks like the spa's off the cards. Duck pond?
I mean, I could do with a duck.
We head off to the duck pond.
When we was in the inn to start off with, would I have heard from the other table when Corin came back in, relayed his information from his scroll?
Well, you probably wouldn't have. Whether Corin would have then made the effort to fill you in as well,
Okay.
it's up to Corin.
At that point, probably not if he wasn't Simmons. We haven't had the chance since to relate it.
But you have time now if you want to relay or get out or find somewhere else to convene whilst not being in the Silent Dagger.
I've not decided what I'm doing yet, whether I'm going to the duck pond or not.
Fucking. There's a dragon in a duck pond, by the way. He's going to eat you both.
Sacrifices have to be
It
made.
was already written. It's really weird.
Right, dragons love me.
This dragon thinks you're a cunt. So where are you going? Are you all going to duck pond together, or are you splitting? This.
Can't help but feel the DM's taking out his own frustrations on the party.
Maybe not in the party so much.
on the parlay.
Parlay.
Before we decide where we're going, just as we're walking out the door, I asked Corin, "Hey Corin, firstly, are you okay? You look kind of angry. It got a bit heated in there."
It's just them two fucking clowns, you know. We're there here to make money. Well, at least that's what I thought. And when I chance at another job there, and those two idiots earn the jokes, you know, they kind of spoiled that. It pisses me off a bit, if I'm honest.
Well, if ever you're really short of cash, I don't mind giving you some.
No, I have cash. That's not the issue. It's just, you know, it's we're here to do a job, and they're just, you know, they're just a bit stupid down there. That's all. Just annoying.
I mean, maybe you know that note, whatever it was that you got, that had information about the thistle and face ache, whatever it was. Maybe that will lead to a job, and maybe we could go down that path rather than, you know, Vex. I did speak to Vex, and it was really weird. She was talking inside my head without me moving my lips. She could hear what I was saying, but she's gonna see what she can do. But if it falls through, we could maybe see if there's anything down there.
Sure. I mean, see what comes of it. You know, it might be work. It might just be information. We'll just have to play it by ear.
Maybe let's let the others know. I'm not sure about that.
Well, no. Yeah, Zagan knows. He was there. I'll speak to Von. I'm not particularly able to speak to Arthur about it at the minute. He's annoyed me some. I mean, I like the guy, but he's a bit of a clown at times.
Okay. Do you think we should follow them and try and keep them out of trouble?
I mean, we can do if you want. If that's what your inclination is.
I looked at Vom, and I guess he's a little bit further behind, maybe doesn't hear us talking, and ask him, what's your plans now? I just thought it'd be best to get out of there. It got a bit heated. Just get everybody a little bit of air to calm down. But I don't know where to go from here.
I mean, I guess someone's got to babysit them too, haven't they? Make sure they don't get in any more trouble.
Maybe let's do it from a distance.
Yeah.
I don't really want to get feathers on my hair. He's already said it's grubby, and I don't want any duck blood splashing on it.
Yeah, it's fine for you. And
Oh, thanks, Corin.
Yeah, you can take hair advice from a little dragon lizard guy. Come on.
I flick my plait around to the other side.
sure, I guess we could keep a distance from him. I guess.
Maybe we just watch them. I could do with going and getting some. No shit, I got arrows yesterday.
I could do maybe some more arrows and some more berries. I used quite a few yesterday.
Should we head into town?
Sure.
Sure.
Yeah.
Cool. So you follow the guys at a distance over to the duck pond.
And while we're walking along, I'll relay that scroll to Von.
Yeah, cool. So yeah, Corin goes through the scroll, explains, that this thieves guild that he knows to make contact with but has never worked with, or don't think you've worked with directly before, have asked to meet at the Thistle and Shamrock this evening to discuss because they had no information. And you'd know as well, to have no information on someone is a little bit, not a little bit worrying, but like odd.
Yeah.
To be like, to have someone where you, and especially Corin, you'd know this, like for information that you pass around and how people know about how other different organisations work and how jobs are given out and bits, to have absolutely no information on someone is a bit obscure, especially someone that you've been working with, who's been given jobs, who's working with someone that owns a pub. Like that is a bit strange.
So the mention of the Thieves Guild, it kind of sparked something in my memory, because when I went to the chapel, whatever you want to call it, on the outskirts, I remember them mentioning the possible links between the Thieves Guild and the Coven. so I kind of feel like I'm going to relay to Corin that. So this Thieves Guild, how much do you know about them? Because when I went off to the chapel yesterday, I asked them for some information about the town and stuff like that, and they mentioned possible links between the Thieves Guild and the Coven.
Oh, did they know? I've never really particularly worked with Thieves Guild here. I've worked for others around because it's kind of what I've been into. But I've not been in Redvant too long, so I've not particularly worked with these guys much. But the way it works, you have I know where to drop notes, and I know there's people who go around get the notes and sort of relay information between all the guilds and what have you. So that's about as much as I know here.
Okay. Yeah, this.
It is a bit unusual that the Thieves Guild don't know anything about who we're working for. That's a bit strange. That they're usually good for that kind of stuff,
Yeah, that is strange.
We can always go and see what they have to say there.
Yeah, I'm a bit skeptical about that though. I mean, if Zarkul and that, they're going to be keeping an eye on us, surely. If they see us meeting with these people, they are, as they said, they're going to go up against the Coven.
What if we end up meeting with the Coven? Am I there? I'm guessing I'm with you.
Yeah, you three. I'm assuming you
Yeah.
What if we end up meeting with the Coven, and then are we going to become double agents or something? Why can no one be trusted?
Well, maybe it's the case that we decide not to go with either group,
Yeah, I mean, you saw what he's done to them too, though. We need to be very careful.
I agree.
To be sure.
I mean, they're not gonna. They already don't trust us after what happened back there.
Can you blame them though?
No, not at all. But
I want to let you guys know something. I feel like I mentioned it yesterday, but I got caught up in everything that was happening. Vex can talk to you and hear your thoughts without you speaking. And I'm just worried that if we go and meet somebody or we do something and it's wrong and we try to lie to her about it, she's going to know. And I feel like I need to let the others know that as well, but it's just something to bear in mind. We go and meet with these people at after 11 p.m. and then it turns out that we then see Vex tomorrow, or we continue to stay at the Silent Dagger. It's almost like she can read our thoughts as an open book. So I just want to let you guys know because it's made me really unsettled.
Maybe all the more reason to try and find out about this group then, I don't like not having information.
no.
If we're going to do some work, I want to know as much as I can about the job at hand,
Yeah, I guess we walk to the duck pond. Near the duck pond.
Yeah. So you finish your conversation as you get to the duck pond. What the Chuckle Brothers doing at the duck pond? Catching ducks.
I imagine
Rush
Zaga's
around in
running
the
around after ducks.
Not so
I've got-
much running as sort of limping because he's still quite hurt. So he's not as sprightly as he was yesterday.
Are you?
I'm just kind of sitting on the edge, dipping my toes in. Just kind of enjoying the weather. I'm assuming it's sunny. If it's raining, I'm still doing the same thing.
It's not sunny. It's not raining, but it's not warm. It's like January.
It's January,
so
isn't it?
it's cold. Yeah, that's
I've got my
freezing
feet
cold duck
dipped,
pond.
and I've realised it's a bad idea, and I'm
Yeah.
shivering, but
Yeah.
I don't want to make it look like I'm weak, so I'm still doing it.
Your feet are
As a
freezing.
red tiefling, do you not have inner heat or something?
I've got resistance to fire, so I
You're
guess
not always
technically,
warm.
Technically, you're
Technically.
you'll be a bit warmer than everyone.
To see steam coming off his feet as he
He's not
needs to
that
walk
hot.
around
He's
him.
not actually. He's not on fire all the time. But yeah, he doesn't
If you
feel the
want
cold
the
as much.
pond, then that
or
would
at all.
be hot spring for a spa. so you could have created a spa with your feet in the entire time.
The spa that killed us all. Cool. So you catch up. So yeah, if you want to take a short rest, a nice quiet hour by the dock.
I am muted on purpose there because that was after sneezing because the feet were cold. Nice.
Yeah, Zaggy is going to give up his chase of the ducks for now and take that short rest.
So anyone wants to roll?
I was going to remove his feet and also take a short rest.
Nice. So anyone wants to take a short rest and roll hit die can do so now. If you take an hour this morning.
Can we assume we do shopping while we're out, or do we have to go and actually?
Yeah, well, it depends what you want to buy. If you want to just buy basic stuff, then yeah, we don't need to do shopping. If you want.
Just some more good berries and arrows.
Yeah. So yeah, what did we say with the good bit? Although
We settled on 6.
you bought 6 in the end.
No, it settled on 6 for 10.
6 for 10. So there was only 10 good berries in that shop.
Oh, it's not like a infinite.
They didn't have an infinite. No, there was a bag of good berries as part of because it was in Oddities, right? And Oddities is a trader shop.
Yeah.
So they
I get you.
they don't have any. You do roll a history check.
This isn't gonna go well. Ooh, actually rolled quite well. 16.
16,
Alpha minus
okay,
2. I rolled a 19.
Oh, nice. So you don't frequent the any of the, I've got lack of a better word, like holy areas of towns. You've been in lots of towns. You tend to stay away from the churches that are there, but you do know that the churches in towns do offer certain services around healing.
Services in you can go and get healed, or you can buy healer stuff.
Both. Depending on the god, depending on the town, depending on which gods they favour, and which kind of druids are in each of these towns. The larger the towns, the more services they offer. But you know that the druids through the church look after people, and that a part of that is also the kind of selling of some spells.
Okay, so I asked one. Well, you're a druid, right? And do you know any of the chapels around here, the churches, do they sell stuff like like those berries I got? Did you do that kind of stuff?
They should have something. Yeah, the chapel's like just outside the wall of the town. I can take you there if you want.
Sure, that'd be good because I think that Oddities only had so many of those berries. I don't think they've got any left now. It'd be good to get some more,
Yeah, sure.
Can I, while they're doing that, can I look around town for any more posters looking for workers?
Yeah, you can go on a wander round. One thing will throw, as they're talking about the other bits and going down and talking to the chapel, you would remember this anyway. Faye, you remember that the south where Von Van's talking about, and south and where the chapel is where the guard post is, and the guard post is where Meadow was stationed as well. So you know that south is called Old Bridge, where Von Van went the first day on his own. That is the kind of the wood elf stronghold between the border forest and Redvant. It controls the passage over the river into the forest.
And I've heard them talking about they're going there.
Yeah, you heard them talking about it, and then it kind of would click that you're like, oh, that's.
Oh my god!
That's where Meadow
Hang
was
on!
as well.
Don't leave without me. I was going to look for work, but that place that you said is it a church, temple, whatever?
Yeah, it's like it's an imagine what would constitute a chapel in a festival or like an army camp. Or it's a not together structure that they call a temple because it's a guard post. It's like a military camp, not a town. But it's the only presence in Redvant.
Can I come? Because my best friend, Meadow, the one who came to Redvant, the one who told me that there was a house party here, and oh my god, I can't believe I haven't seen Meadow in so long. Meadow might be working today. Maybe I could come and see if they're in the guard tower.
Yeah, sure.
Sure.
Oh my god, you guys are gonna love Meadow. I suddenly go into gap year 5 again.
I kind of glance at Corin, and then
This is a bad idea.
I'm almost skipping at this point.
Did you want to also have the check for? It's because I didn't want them to go and then you go somewhere else and without relaying that you would know that place. So yeah, roll a investigation check for seeing if you can find any job boards or other bits and stuff in there.
23.
23, nice. So as you were letting them rest for their hour, you didn't need the rest, so you've been kind of milling about having a look.
Yeah, they're asleep on benches, I'm guessing.
Yeah. Zag and Arta are just asleep on each other, and Arta's feet are just getting colder and colder. You don't see any like job boards or any notice boards that are in there, but you see a lot of flyers that are going up, which just say like coming soon, the Hot Valley Stadium, and like new entertainment district, Hot Valley Stadium, and there's lots of different bits, and they're just using this, the term Hot Valley Stadium and what looks to be like some sort of hype, a bit like show posters that are going up. They're not really specific, they just talk a lot about this thing that is coming and blah, blah, blah. But there's no like job boards, there's nothing you find.
Okay. As I'm skipping along next to them, going to see if I can find Meadow, I let them know about the high thingy valley,
Hot Valley
stadium.
Hat Valley.
I need to write things down because as soon as you say it, it goes out my head.
Thingy. The Thistle and Shamrock. You like the Thistle and thingy and the.
Yeah, I know. I'm supposed to be good at law. She's got bloody researcher as her thing, and I can't remember anything.
Get that down.
Get a notepad out.
Are you taking?
Yeah, so I let them know.
Are you waking Sleeping Beauties? Are you all taking the hour? Well, you're gonna have to kind of take the hour.
No, I don't need to, so
no, I don't need to either.
we'll let them sleep.
Are you telling them where you're going?
I pull out a
There's
page
no mobile
from my
phones.
diary,
Yeah.
and I write beautifully with my quill, and I tuck it into. Anyone wearing clothes? Arthur looks like he's wearing clothes. Kind of tuck it under his arm.
Yeah.
I'm still at the pond.
Yeah, before we head off,
Oh, right, yeah. Cool.
just to let them know that we're off to find Meadow at the guard tower.
I put a thumbs up, and I still don't say anything, because I was just told to stay quiet.
Yes. Cool. So you guys make your way down towards Oldbridge. It's not too far actually from where you are, because you're in the south of Redvant anyway, and the Duck Pond, is in the south as well. Funnily enough, just aside. But yeah, that general area, the south of Southtown, where all the commercial district is, was where you were kind of hanging around. And you make your way south through a bit of the Cattleway, through a bit of the residential area to find your way to the edge of the city. And I described before, the Redvant itself is built within these kind of like large. I can't believe what it is for it now. Large walls. They're like the wood pole walls all the way around the outside. And Redvant was built with this large palisades as well around the outside. And as you get to the gate, you can see where like the gates are no longer in operation for closing the city off, but there's stuff starting to spill onto the outside. So at the south, it looks like that. It looks like literally the balloon's so full that Oldbridge is created as like a little encampment just on the outside of the wall, which is heavily populated with the wood elves. You see a lot more elves here, a lot less tieflings. Elves become the kind of like predominant race as you make your way into Oldbridge. And as you and you see a lot of it is set up. A lot of it's temporary. Looks like temporary structures have been pulled together. There is Von can point out the large building that is set up as a cathedral. Nothing really denotes it that much as like a church, but that is where Von Van went before. And you can see there's some barracks and some housing there, as well as a bit further down towards the south. Towards where the forest is, and from here you can see where the forest lies. It's like hundreds of meters away. You can see where the forest lies. You can see where the path rolls down, and what would be the border is kind of a bit further off in the distance.
I look at Vaughn and I'm like, oh, feels more like home.
And a smile Yes, much more like home.
I'm beaming at this point.
Cool. Where would you like to go?
So I guess I'll lead Corin into the chapel.
Yep.
I call back and I'm like, I'm gonna go and look for Meadow. Meet back here when you're finished.
Okay.
Sure.
So you guys go into the church as it's there, and you there's a lot more people. It was very peaceful, very quiet the first time you came in. There's a lot more movement going on around, and as you see, like sat down in different areas, there's a lot of elves that look tired because they didn't really sleep, exhausted. And there's a few bashes and bruises going on in some of the groups here, and you can see that some of the druids are kind of running around tending to different people. A few of the guys are like just laid down on their back on pews, just like catching their breath and having a breather. And it's a very different feel to that you saw before from them. Obviously, Corin, this is the first time you've seen it, so you're like, oh, cool. Church looks weirdly a little bit like a hospital, but whatever.
Yeah. Okay. I kind of find one of the druids I spoke to the other time.
Yep. Yes. So you don't see the one you saw before, but you see someone who is you can see is a druid, is an elf druid.
Yeah.
As they're like kind of backwards and forwards, and they're towards the front where like the processions or the kind of speeches would be set out, and you can see there's a table that's made out there, and there's lots of different like packs set up and different provisions and a few different plants and herbs and stuff all kind of set out on this table, almost as like a pick and mix bench for you notice them all to be like spell components.
Yeah.
So there's just lots of different boxes where they've kind of got them all out, they're all laid out, and the guys are running backwards and forwards, and this guy's at the front here, just kind of sorting around as you approach.
Out of character, you say that the elves are sort of bashed up on it. Is there some sort of war going on, or is it just? I don't know.
You wouldn't. There's no war going on that you know of, and they look like they've been in a fight of some sort. But yeah, this is a border. You know about the border. Like the border is patrolled by the elves. The point of them being here in Oldbridge is to try and stop smugglers coming out of Redvant going straight in. The route runs from Redvant down to Eden, which is the Wood Elves' capital. This is kind of just laterally south from Redvant, and this post is there to stop smugglers coming into the forest and making their way to Eden, or to making their way through the forest. So
smugglers, battle smugglers. Right?
Yeah, it's a bit of a smuggler's route, and it's been known there. It's been a border for a long time, but not a border that's like actively patrolled, and they're not like shooting people as they run through. So seeing them bashed up is possibly a little bit weird, but you don't know. They could have just been taken on smugglers the day before. It could have been anything.
Okay.
So I kind of go up to that one, greet him with May Governor. What's happened here? Why is there so much wounded?
Ah, good to see you. Are you here to help? Have you been sent?
No. I came down here for my friend here to perhaps get some form of healing for himself. But
yes, we are. Yes. And then he like looks around. He's like, a halfling. Were you? You haven't come from the road, no?
No. We're staying in Redvant.
In Redvant. Yes, we've had a bit of there's been increased incidents at the border recently. But it's good that you're here. Do you have any ability to? So you haven't been sent to help us with the healing.
I haven't, but I can help if needed.
No, we don't. No, sorry, I thought you were from someone else. Sorry, my name is Bo. Welcome to Oldbridge. Yes, we've had some problems down at the border. This was last night's guard that we're tending to do here, but we've had increased problems with not just normal attacks, with things attacking from the forest or near the forest and attacking the patrols. And yes, some of our guards have been trapped behind the bridge. So yes, if there's anything you can do to help, we can try and sort you out with some healing if you are in need of it, my friend there. But yes, really, we need to try and get these guys back down to the border as quick as possible.
Do you offer any kind of medical supplies? Anything I can use on my travels, maybe, if I need to get my health better?
Yes, if you're willing to make a donation to the cause, as always, we can either give you some healing here now and get someone to look to you, or we do have some good berries on offer if you do want to take something for the road. Unfortunately, we don't have any potions per se. We don't normally need to use many resources. We rely mainly on our inherent abilities.
Some good berries sound good. I'm alright for now. I mean, my health wise, just in future should something happen.
Yes, no, we can probably spare about five good berries because we need to keep some here with what's going on, and a donation of 5 gold is always welcome for the cause.
Sure, I'll take 5 for 5. Yeah, sure, why not?
Perfect. And Bo looks up and shuts them. Can you grab 5? I need 5 good berries, please. This gentleman would like them. The halfling. So and it goes back to Volvan. So why? What are you here for? If you're not here for help, is there anything we can? Anything we need to do? Anything we need to supply? Any help we can give?
No, nothing really. I just happened to. I just wanted to come down here for my friend here. But do you need me to help with any of the healing?
No, the healing I think we have got set. If you, there could potentially be some help required down at the border, and he kind of like steps back, looks, sees that you've got the scimitars and the shield, and it's like, if you are capable in other areas, maybe the border itself could do with some help.
Yes, of course. I can. There's a couple of us that I can grab to help as well.
Anyone? Yes, like I say, we've got the night crew here. We have got forces that are down by the border now, but we are holding at the moment, just holding the line. And like I say, they're there. Last I heard, there was still a crew that was not accounted for.
What kind of things is it you're battling there?
I am not the best to ask, but some of the guys here, if you can catch them, that might move, may be able to help. There were talk of either not humans or very large humans and monsters, and we're used to dealing with some monstrous beings. The border forest is a breeding ground for larger beings, but we normally have a control over them. These the reports that these guys are telling us are something else. But yes, please feel free to speak to anybody here. If you can mass anybody to go down and help another elf, indeed. And I can see you are off the border forest yourself. So any help you can provide would be great. Speak to these guys if you can. I need to get back to helping where I can.
Okay, no problem.
Yes. And then he stops and goes, sorry, and your name is, sorry?
My name is Von Van.
Von Van. Okay, Von Van, nice. Nice to meet you. And your halfling friend?
My name's Karen.
Corin. Oh, what a lovely name. Nice to meet you. If you are accompanying, then you are a friend of the elves, indeed. But yeah, anything you can do, if there is anyone else that is capable to come down, we need as much help as we can with just making sure that the border doesn't fall when no more elf blood is spilled.
Talking of elf blood, I'm blissfully unaware skipping towards the border forest.
Yes.
Can I tell that shit's going down?
Yeah, so as you're skipping around, blissfully just looking out for someone, you realise like the presence is getting like there's more and more urgency around you. You are as an anomaly just skipping your way down the thing as you get towards the edge of where the camp is. So if you imagine it's a cluster of buildings that are all set out, and then there's the road that carries on. You can see the forest in the distance, and they're telling you the border isn't at the camp. The border is away from the camp to the south. It's much closer to the actual forest itself. And as you get close, someone just steps out. It's like, whoa! Can I help you?
Yeah, I was just over in Redvant, and my friends have gone over to the chapel, and a really dear friend of mine, Meadow, works on the border, and I just thought, seeing as I'm so close, I'd just pop by and say hello.
This is not a good time. We've got a bit of an incident at the border, so we can't let anybody down. We wouldn't normally just let anyone down to the border anyway.
Oh,
regardless of who
sorry.
No, that's fine. Did you say you've got some friends with you?
Yes, they're over at the chapel.
Part of border control?
No, they're at the chapel with. They're going to get some good berries, or something.
Okay, I suggest you go and find your friends. And just maybe keep away from the border for a little while. We're just dealing with some stuff here, but you know, find your friends. And it'll be fine.
Sorry, I didn't introduce my name's Faywin. I grew up in Allhurst. You may know my father. He is on the committee up there, and I actually grew up just by the border force. Border force.
Border force. I am a border force for life.
Channel 5 TV show. By the border forest, even. And so don't worry. I'm very well aware of this area.
That's wonderful to hear. If there's something we need the Commonwealth for, we will get in touch with the Commonwealth. But for now, maybe find your friends and just give us a miss for a bit. We'll look out for your friend.
Okay. She starts to sulk. And the skipping has stopped.
Yeah.
And she kind of slumps back towards Corin and Von Van.
Mm-hmm.
I also appreciate that I called it the committee and not the Commonwealth.
Committee.
So sorry about that.
It's fine. You also died to dragons. So as you turn and walk off, you notice a lightly armoured elf kind of darts from once this guy, and you can see that the person that stopped you was in like a bit more armour than some of the others. This guy's in a little bit less armour, comes up to you and just goes, sorry, did you say Meadow? Like taps you on the shoulder.
Suddenly I'm happy again.
Yeah.
Do you know Meadow?
Yes, no, I do. Yes, Meadow is missing at the moment. Do you?
What?
Could you?
What? Sorry. What do you mean missing?
The incident that he was talking about is
Incident.
Yes, there's the border has been under attack recently more than ever. But Meadow's crew were out. I thought you had been sent maybe to. No.
No. I was up in Redvant and
No, okay,
Meadow's missing.
But possibly missing. She's probably fine. It's just her crew was the crew that was out. But if you're not here, sorry, I thought you were here under some other business. Just don't worry about it. I'm sure she'll be fine.
No, I can't not worry about it. Meadow is my best friend.
This person just kind of goes, I'm sorry, and just turns and kind of trots back to the line of guards.
Can I chase and rugby tackle them? Or?
You can. They're not that far away for you. You can chase after them if you wanted to.
I start to, but I'm kind of still taken back by the news.
Mm-hmm.
And I kind of think to myself, like, oh, I need to go and tell Von Van and Corin.
Mm-hmm.
And then I run so fucking fast. It's unbelievable.
Nice. So about the same time that you two are. Oh no, you wouldn't be. You'd be running towards them then. The Duck Pond twins. This will probably be the last half of your short rest starting to finish.
Mm-hmm.
You've been given a note to say where they are. What would you like to do?
I haven't been given a note. I'm waking up from my nap.
You wake up from that like full tongue out, dry mouth, dribble, and you're like, fuck. But
Yeah, but I feel good again now.
yeah, pretty nice little rest actually.
Hey, Otter, what's going on? You can get your rest.
Yeah, no, I feel good. I feel relaxed. It's like a picnic in the park.
Nice. Do we know where everybody else went?
I mean, I've got a note. It's probably tells us. I haven't actually read it yet, and I kind of pick up the note and look at it, and I kind of face it in Zaga's direction.
Something about a meadow and a chapel. A guard area. Do we know where that is?
I think I saw them walk that way, and I just pointed in a random direction.
Well, let's go that way then.
Wait, no. We shouldn't get lost, because they know we're here. Why don't we just wait here for them to come back? I mean, I don't think the note says we have to go there. They were just kind of telling us where they were going.
I don't know. I'd quite like to see a nice wide open meadow.
That would be nice. Fresh air.
You know, flowers and shit growing in the grass. Maybe somewhere we could relax.
Sure, just give me the heebie-jeebies, though. And then I do a little quick prayer.
Well, we can give the church a wide berth.
Yeah, okay, that works. Is there anyone around we can ask where the chapel is?
Yeah, there's a few people, and you saw a few people as they walk around, kind of staring at Zaga as he was like, one a kobold. They've seen a few kobolds coming through Redvant, but not normally sleeping in a duck pond on the bench. Got the air of like, is he
Like
homeless or is he not homeless?
kobold.
Yeah. So there's a few people knocking around.
Yeah, I walk up to the first one I see.
Yeah.
Hello!
Hello. Can I help? Just a
Yeah,
young tiefling.
we're looking
Probably
for
semi-Egyptian.
a chapel with a meadow.
Looking for a chapel? There's no... I mean, if you are a man of God, this Redvant really isn't the place for you. The only chapel...
Which god?
All gods, really. We don't... let's not worry about that.
It'll be
don't worry.
fine.
And he kind of like almost goes, oh, it feels a bit bad seeing that you're asking. He's like, well, there is the only place I know of that sometimes let people in to talk to God or whatever is down at the Old Bridge, south. Where the
Which
elves-
god?
Whichever god you want, I don't really know.
But aren't chapels supposed to be for... it doesn't matter. Anyway, okay, so Old Bridge.
Old Bridge, yeah, south. And he just points you that direction.
How do you know which way south is? Have you got, like, magic powers?
Just have a general... No, I live in Redvant and I know which way Old Bridge is. And I've pointed...
Oh, that
Are
makes
you
sense.
okay? Do we need to get somebody... And he starts looking around. It's like, you are sat in full armour in the middle of a duck pond with a kobold.
The kobold's my minder.
Okay. So he just turns to you, Zaga, and goes, Old Bridge is south. There is the Elves Chapel there if you want to use it. I suggest maybe get them to look at this one.
I start juggling with my pipe.
South, and there's more Alps. Okay, let's go.
So you guys
I
start.
turn to Alter. I say, you believe in a god?
I mean, believe is a strong word. I mean, there is one. I guess, maybe. I don't know. I've got electric stuff.
Electrics. Now, the only things close to a god that I know of are dragons. And dragons
Yeah.
are shit. Can you ride your god? Because I can ride a dragon.
I mean, I've never asked, and I don't really talk much. I mean, can these dragons gift electric powers?
I mean, dragons can do a lot of cool shit. You ever seen one breathe fire?
I mean, that doesn't sound like electricity though. I'm all about the sparks.
Oh, well, you know, there's dragons for everything.
I'd like to think that as this continues, you just list off everything you know about dragons. It's like there's these dragons, there's poison dragons, there's fire dragons, there's ice dragons, there's these like.
I spent the next 10 minutes listing off everything I know about dragons.
You know about dragons. As you guys make your way.
Wow,
to the bridge.
dragons are cool.
Dragons are
Should we go?
Right, they
They
are.
might be waiting for us.
They're walking down. So back to Corin and Von Van. So you've got this information. He's kind of both sent you on your way. You've got the good berries, so knocked the 5 gold off. Corin.
Yeah. Also, I wanted to buy some arrows while we were making our way to the chapel. How much are they?
Arrows. Arrows would be fine. So you'd probably go down and take some if you need arrows. and you are going to go towards the border, they might give you ammunition if you're going to help them.
Okay.
So I wouldn't worry so much about buying arrows now, unless you want to try and buy some off someone. But
No,
yeah,
that's
for
fine.
where you are, you're in like an army camp, and if you are going to offer any help, they would likely furnish you with some arrows.
No.
As I'm making my way back to them,
Mm-hmm.
would I be able to do a persuasion thing to try and find out more about what it is at the border?
Not from anyone as you're running. If you
Because
get
that guy ran off, didn't he? A little
yeah,
shit.
the guy ran off, and he kind of just
Right.
like got into rank and file. As you get to, we can say that you get to the as these two have turned around and have been sent to try and find someone to talk to. You kind of just appear at the front door of the chapel and see, like, kind of walking back up the main aisle, Vonvan and Corin.
Okay. I wasn't sure how far it was from the chapel, so I don't know how.
Nah, the whole camp itself isn't that big for
Okay,
for time
thank you.
purposes. But yeah, if you're all there and you're going to talk to someone, you might as well all be there and talk to someone.
Okay,
Yeah,
I've appeared.
It's over to you three. Yeah, you appeared. You see these two as they're walking down the aisle. They've got some information. You've got some information. Kind of over to you.
Okay, I grab both of their arms, so I'm sort of lopsided. And speaking yeah, exactly.
You okay, Faywin?
No, I'm not. Meadow's missing.
She's missing.
And then I relay the information that I was given by the border control guy and
Border Force.
Yeah, Border Force, Channel 5, 9 p.m. And I'm speaking super fast to get all the information out.
We kind of relay.
Slow down a bit, Faywin.
Meadow is missing. They don't know where she is.
Well, they did mention something about them battling things here, and I wanted to know if we'd help, so...
We have to help.
All these people here were from down at the border, so if we can find someone that's more conscious than the rest, we can maybe find out what happened down there.
Okay, can I run bed to bed?
Yeah, so they're not actually beds. So they're on like church
Oh.
pews, pretty much. It's like benches that are lined up, and you see some of them are
Right,
sat down,
okay.
kind of hunched over. Some of them are like laying on their back on there. Some of them are, yeah, they're in different states of awakeness and cooperativeness.
Have you spoken to any of them? They might know where Meadow is. They might know her.
We haven't yet.
I would like to.
Yeah. So you pick one. Anyone? Roll a perception check.
18.
18, nice. As you're looking around, you can see the ones that are like you're picking, and you're like some of them are asleep, some of them there. You find you see one of the elves is sat upright. Doesn't look as bloodied as everybody else, but you can see their eyes are very wide, and they're like sat controlling their breathing. And you're like, well, at least this person's awake, and they don't look like they're dying, so they might be a good bet for trying to find some information out.
Okay, so I gesture to Corin and Von Van that this is the person that I'm going to ask. And I gently put my hand on their shoulder and I'm like, excuse me, are you okay?
And they're like, don't react for a second or two, and then kind of break their gaze, and they're just staring at the back of another bench and like, yeah, yes, no, yes, I'm okay. I'm okay, but others are not.
What happened out there?
We were on guard. We were just watching the bridge, and I just heard this smash, the sound of rock cracking, and then the screams of some of my fellow soldiers. It was horrifying.
Who was in your regiment? you're going with? Do you know somebody called Meadow?
Meadow. Yeah. I know the name. Look, she's not in my regiment. No. Why? What's the significance of Meadow? And then he starts going because he starts pointing at different people who are like answering the original question of like who was in his regiment. He's just like pointing at different guys and just looking at you like, what the fuck?
At this point, I kind of interrupt and ask him, "What did you see out there?"
Roll a persuasion check with advantage with you both doing this in a calm manner.
I got 7.
That's a nat 20.
Nice.
That's it.
Got 7. You ultimately just care about melee.
I don't give a shit about anybody else right now.
As you ask the question, and he was kind of confused, he locks eyes with you and recognizes from your kind of general outfit and garb that one, that you are a wood elf, like he recognizes a wood elf over a high elf, and that you have some of the vestments of a druid, and the two things together kind of just like lock in his brain as like someone that he can trust in some degrees in there, and he just kind of just verbal diarrheas, and he's like, it's the forest monsters, the forest beasts. They're attacking, but in a way that they're so aggressive. We have no control. The magic's not working. There's no control of these animals. We're not being attacked by smugglers. We're being attacked by the forest beasts themselves. It doesn't make any sense. And then he's just like, again, he's like, they're just so aggressive. I don't understand. He said this beast has destroyed, I think the bridge is destroyed.
Almost as if there's some other force behind them.
Something is. We've seen increased attacks, and something is going on in the forest. We've had reports of the animals not reacting the way they are, but something is disturbing something in there. But there's also these are stronger beasts than we've dealt with as long as I've been in the force. I've not had to deal with this before.
Okay.
Can I recall lore at this point to do with... I've got creatures. Can you do like a combined one about like magic and creatures? To see if anything's happened before that I've read about.
Anything's happened before. So be more specific, like around...
Whether there's anything that I've read before about when essentially beasts get possessed by a higher power and what that could be.
Yes.
Because there's a couple of different
choice. Yeah, your choice on the skill roll then. So you could go down the magic route with Arcana, or you could go for history for if this has happened before, or any like documented cases of it would likely be history. I wouldn't say nature now because you haven't seen anything. You're just going by hearsay.
They're both +5, so I'll just do a history check. 22.
22, nice. So yeah, there's no from your readings and your study of the Border Forest, and you've been in the Border Forest a lot. Meadowworks there, like it's something that's normal for elves to know about. There's always been this like ecosystem within the Border Forest that it was created by magical means, so they know that there's something abnormal about the forest. If you create a forest where there shouldn't be forest and you draw that much power in, it unbalances the normal ecosystem, which is why there's always been reports of like larger spiders and larger creatures that have been given more space than they should have had in a natural ecosystem growing, and these beasts being huge. But then also that balance of the way that the wood elves live, and a lot of the time living off the floor, that the natural protection of the forest is also those beasts. So the wood elves know how to cross the border forest in a way that keeps them away from the beasts, but having the beasts there on the ground level actually do a lot of the work of the border control for them as well. So there's lots of documented cases of different larger beasts and animals and things that come through. There have been some cases that the night before where it feels like there's been some Fey influence, like certain creatures have come through that are not of Ashling originally, but then have like thrived here. And there's been different cases of one-off beasts, but then also of beasts settling in the forest, and them not really being a problem. But yeah, there's been cases of beasts coming through from different realms, but never really to the point where they've been more than the normal level of problems. There's always been fights with certain beasts, but nothing where it's been documented like, oh, this massacre happened in the forest because this beast came in and this thing.
Okay, cool. Thank you.
Can I ask him? So these beasts, they're leaving the forest for these attacks, or is this happening in the forest?
In the forest, there's the route down to Eden has been. We've been seeing more attacks. We've been seeing more planned malicious attacks rather than just hunting attacks. But nothing so large. But this was a direct attack on the border itself. This was coming out of the forest towards Oldbridge. This area has been safe for so long. There's nothing but smugglers. We can handle smugglers. The beasts maybe are starting to leave. I don't know, but this thing.
Something is drawing them out of the forest.
Yeah, something's drawing them out, or something is forcing them out, or they are just expanding beyond their normal habitat. We have no control, and he says, like, we know we have control of the beast. We can normally manage situations, but these no one's been able to manage certain beasts, and it's like someone needs to get down to the border and re-secure that area.
Okay. Thank you for your help. Rest up.
Mm-hmm.
Get yourself back fighting fit.
Yeah. He kind of like almost having the conversation, like kind of snaps him out of it, and he goes, "Oh, thank you," and he gets up and starts heading back down to front to see like Bo and starts to pitch in and help. He wasn't injured like some of the other guys are, and he goes back to the work.
Okay, so I turn around to the other two. It's like this is not normal. They shouldn't be leaving the forest.
Something's off balance.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
There's something foul play here.
I think I need to go and help. Maybe you could let Arthur and Zaga know, but I need to go and try and.
Well, we've already said to Bo over there that we'd help as well.
But I left a note with Arthur, and he probably hasn't read it. We all know what he's like after 3 days, so maybe.
We can't let you go out there on your own.
No, that's not happening.
But Meadow.
We'll go help Meadow, but you're not going on your own.
At this point, can Arthur and I be coming down the road and me singing a song for the journey?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So you're getting towards Oldbridge now. Are you guys leaving the chapel area?
I'm in the doorway at this point.
Okay. Yeah. So as you guys kind of step out of the chapel to into the middle of, and the chapel's quite close to the gate on the way in. It's on the kind of almost the close immediate right as you leave the city. You would hear in the distance the sultry tones of Zaga making his way down the road.
Take it away.
Oh yeah.
Good.
So walking down the road with Arthur. Arthur's, he likes my singing, so I'm imagining he's jamming along just slightly behind me.
That is correct, Mundo.
Zaga is singing, "When I wake up, well, I know I'm gonna be the man who wakes up next to you.
You.
I go out Yeah, I know I'm gonna be the man who goes along with you.
You.
If I get drunk, well, I know I'm gonna be the man who gets drunk next to you.
You.
And if I haver, hey, I know I'm gonna be the man who's havering to you.
You.
But I would walk 500 miles, and I would walk 500 more, just to be the man who walks 1,000 miles to fall down at your door.
I clap him as walking along.
You guys see and almost watch the spectacle as these two walk into the kind of old bridge camp, as you see it there. Join together as a team.
I'm looking around at all these elves and waiting for applause.
And this is where, with your passive perception, you see that there's no one paying attention. That people are dotting around and moving about, and you see your three companions there as, standing almost in disbelief outside the chapel as you guys come in, finally jump. And at the time that you kind of clock eyes with each other, thoughts regardless anyway, you hear the sound of like a larger commotion, some noise, and then what sounds like an explosion. Just like a boom, and then the shouts and the screams as you'll recognise the direction Faywin as being near where those guards were. You hear them shout, you hear some orders start to go out as the explosion goes off. As you kind of catch eyes, look at each other, you hear another boom go off as well. As
what's going on around here?
I look at Zaga and I say, and then I'm kind of looking around at Corin and One as well, and I'm like, I was just there. That's where the guy told me that Meadow was missing. Sorry.
I walk past them, shield and warhammer to hand. And I turn around and go, so are we helping, or are we just gonna, pussyfoot around? There might be gold in it. And I wink at Corin.
I wanted to see a wide open meadow.
Wide open meadow. Cool. So you hear the screaming, and the shout, and a lot of it is. Sorry, it's not really screaming. It's it's cries and battle cries and orders being shouted out, and then it's just at the edge of the camp towards where you are. I think that's a good place to take a quick break. So I can see some stuff around.
Is there a supplies table? You mentioned a supplies table earlier because Zaga wants to try and find a shield and a new weapon.
There's not. It's a supplies table for. It was in the chapel. And it was for. It was material components for spells. So it was like.
Oh, well, I thought it was the place where you mentioned he was going to get arrows if he was going to be.
Oh, that will be towards where you're going to
go. Okay, cool. Because I'm going to stop by there.
Yeah, cool. Yeah, let's take a quick break for a wee, and we'll come back to see what's going down in Old Bridge. So you are all back. This is good. You are making your way towards the sound. So the explosions go off. You hear, and it's not an explosion. It sounds as similar to an explosion as you would guess. It's the sound of destruction, the sound of stuff being blown up. And you make your way towards it. You see as you start coming towards the same line Fabian that you walked to before, that there's a small garrison, probably about 20 elves, that are just kind of holding firm at the edge of the little encampment that they're at, and you can see that a pathway rolls out in front of them. And in the all give me perception checks as you get to the kind of front.
13.
11.
Nat 20.
8.
Wasted on a perception. Plus 3 makes it 23.
Nice. So you see, and funny enough, it's the smallest man. As you're looking, you're kind of spotting and seeing what these guys are doing. They don't seem to be moving. They seem to be just holding there. They're shuffling for where they are, but it's not like they're up and marching forward. And you see in the distance, Corin, off the kind of the forest where you see the start of the forest. You can see a cloud of smoke that's like puffs to the side. Like a debris cloud, just like in the air as it moves across. As you guys carry on, I'm assuming, towards where you see a garrison of Kraups.
If we're gonna get into a fight, I need a new weapon.
you are a weapon.
Is the
What's wrong with your
arm
run?
table there? Are we at that point
Yeah,
in that part of the camp, so he could get one?
you're at the point in the camp where the garrison are there, but there's not. It's not like there's an open table of weapons just to pick up.
I turn around to Zagger and say, I thought your words were your weapon.
I mean, they are, but there's no replacing a pointy stick.
I'd pick a stick up off the ground and give it to him.
So yeah, as you approach from behind, no one's looking back towards your way. You see lined up at the edge of the encampment, you've got like 2 rows of, and these are all elves in light armor, like leather armors. 2 rows of elves with swords drawn, and behind them is each 1 row of an archer.
Can I see if there's any extra armor knocking about?
You roll a perception check.
A big 7.
7. No. So as you're looking, you just see that they're there, and as you guys kind of get to the front, people are coming behind you who are putting armors on, and then and you can see them just like running into the middle to find this kind of central elf who you recognise as the one that you spoke to, Faywin, and then they're getting pointed off in different directions. But you can see the ones that are running down and putting armors on. They don't look like they're not in armors all the time. So they're obviously being armored up for whatever is ahead.
At the same time, I'm looking for somewhere that I can grab a shield and maybe some kind of sword, like a rapier.
Cool. You.
No, it's about arrows.
Yeah, looking around, you don't see any. You don't see anywhere that's just going to hold weapons sitting. Even. I think of rapiers. Let me look at the.
Say, can I head down to that main elf?
Yeah.
Just say to him, like, me and my friends have come to help, but we may need some extra weapons or so. Is there anything spare that they can use?
So he turns around, looks, goes to like almost dismiss you straight away, then kind of recognises again, wood elf to wood elf, see some of your garbs like, what? How much use are you going to be if you don't have weapons already? We're giving out armour to everyone that can man just to keep things safe. We don't have a lot of equipment here. What do you need?
Just anything spare, like a sword or a shield, just anything.
Roll a persuasion at just a normal. I'm going to disadvantage because it doesn't.
Just a straight
Just a
disadvantage.
Straight, yeah. No, just a straight.
A persuasion. That is a 6.
6. He looks at you and goes, if I had extra swords and shields, they'd be going on the men that are going to stand here. We are just trying to make sure that everyone is ready in case the worst happens. It's like, if you're here to help, by all means help, but I can't give away any of our equipment, even to elves.
Okay, so I head back to the group site. There's no luck with weapons.
Can I
We've
see if
got
I
to go
can,
with what we've got.
Can I see if I can steal one?
Steal a weapon?
Yeah, is there any lying around I can maybe sleight of hand?
No, not a weapon.
Arrows?
Are we counting arrows and crossbow bolts? I didn't
Not.
think we were.
We're not count. Well, we are, but we're not. It's only to buy every so often, but we're not actually
Okay.
counting for another. See, yeah, roll a sleight of hand.
That'll be 25.
25, nice. And what you looking for, arrows or crossbow bolts?
Arrows for me.
Arrows. So as you're looking around and you hear Von say that we've got no chance of getting them in, you see running in behind you is a young, really young wood elf, and he's putting on his arm and he's got his quiver and he's got his bow, and he just kind of stops, not too far away from you, just stops about 5-10 foot in front of you, so puts all his stuff on the floor and then puts his levers on, like straps them in, and then at that point you see the opportunity to slot in and just whip a couple of arrows out of his quiver. and it's like a stacked money he's got in there. So as it falls, there's probably about 12 in there, and you get 3 or 4 out, just to whip out and hold behind you as he like sets himself, leans down, picks up, and just carries on running forward. He doesn't catch a tool that you've robbed from there, nor would he.
So, where are we going? Are we going past this line? This is to the group, obviously.
Yes.
Is Aggronauts are not fully up to speed, I guess.
Yeah.
I guess so, yeah. We need to find this last patrol, you know, that's where Meadow is.
The last patrol's in the meadow? Okay, let's go.
I'm just staring off into the smoke at this point.
Yeah, so you see, and it's all, there's like a really intense kind of like quiet that's going on. No more explosions, no more things of, no more dust clouds going off, no more screaming. The groups that are there are sat back, and these guys are sat back a decent way from where the bridge would be. You can see like the forest is off probably like 250 feet. And there's a river that you know runs there. Then there's the pathway. Then there's these guys. They seem to be protecting the gate to Redvant more than they're protecting the border. If that makes sense. These guys are kind of set a thing. So yeah, you've got that one elf there you can go and talk to. You've gone and asked him for weapons, but you haven't asked him for anything else. So
Yeah.
as you stand now, this is what is presented.
And say
These
as Fate was looking off in the distance, I kind of put my hand on my shoulder, like, "Don't worry, we'll find her."
I'm still just staring off. I'm in a world of my own, remembering all the times that me and Meadow used to run around the border forest, just loving life.
I'll go up to the guy in charge. Hey, you look like you're the guy in charge.
turns around, like, "What are you doing here?
We're going out to find this meadow. Are you going to send anybody with us?"
You're going out to find. Wait, are you here? And he turns back to see the rest of your crew there. He's like, "Are you here to help?"
I mean, that's the plan.
We weren't planning on pushing out into whatever is coming out of the forest. We were holding here. If you guys want to push out, then be my guest. But we.
Wait, you don't even know where you're hiding from?
We know what we know what we're hiding from. Has killed a few elves already and has devastated possibly the bridge up in front.
Well, we're not Alps.
And the old bridge, surely you need the new bridge now. Anyway, old bridges are rickety and stuff. You need to replace it with a new bridge.
I am going to kill you. He just guys looks at him. He's like, "Are you here to help or not?" And he just guides back to you, Homebrew, because he recognises you and you've been there. This is the rest have been shut off. Your circus crew.
So yeah, I kind of got to like, yes, let us through. We will do what we can to help.
Okay.
At this point, my adventure side takes over, and I just make my way off towards the forest.
So yeah, so he turns around. So he like pulls you like slightly closer from he's there. He's like, "Just be careful. We don't quite know what it is, but we know it's big, and we know it's probably destroyed the bridge. Don't risk lives because we can't have more elf blood on ourselves here. But we need to clear the pathway back. We can maybe send you some support if required. But you guys might be on your own."
Just hold strong here. If whatever it is gets through us,
we're charged with protecting them.
I yell, "To the meadow!" and follow Corin.
So he turns, Abdon turns around and just gives a command as the kind of like part in the middle of the line that's there and leave you guys an alleyway to walk through these wood elves. And you can see that, and a lot of them, as you like, from general look and seeing the amount of people that have been joining up, there's not a huge garrison of elves here. You're not talking about 100 elves here. There's probably max 30 now, and there's probably only about 15 that look like actual key fighters. The rest of them are still like fixing their armors. They either don't have their swords out or they're holding their swords in ways that you're like, what the hell are these guys doing? This isn't a full. This is their border where they've had to pull everyone in. This is not a army on a gate protecting something. This is a kind of understaffed area. You can see the like the nervousness in some of the eyes as you guys pass. Again, weird like band of weirdos, a tiefling, a kobold, a halfling, and 2 elves. But yeah, you see the fear in some of the eyes of some of the guys that stood there in armour for maybe the first time in their lives.
Faerun gives a blast on a goat horn.
I don't think there's enough time to inspire this garrison with a song.
I'm not sure there is. So yeah, these guys are pied, and you guys, I'm assuming, are making your way towards.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've already ran underneath the legs and on my way.
Yeah.
As we're going forwards, I'm still looking out for maybe any dead bodies that have left any weaponry or shields behind, maybe that I can scavenge.
Got some free stuff.
Because, you know, these elves have obviously been fighting and some have been hurt.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, cool. Yeah, as
Can I
you're
check
moving
one
through.
thing?
Oh, sorry, was that?
Sorry, can I check one thing?
Yeah.
The way that we're heading, I know you said about the river and we're not quite in the actual forest itself.
Yep.
But if you have
wood.
favoured-
Forest wood.
Smart. If you have like a favoured place, like mine is the forest,
Yep.
where I get advantage and stuff, would that count here or not?
You're on the border of the forest. So as you start making your way down the road, you leave and you hear them step behind you. The small brigade of elves that are there, and you follow. It was like quite a small dirt path through a bit of like grassland towards where it starts to get a bit sandier, and you can see that this is the one side of the river is grassland. The side you're on, the side on the other side is where the forest almost starts immediately on the border of the river. So where you are for now is not. You're in grassland. You're not in forest.
Okay. Thank you. Could you please let us know if we do enter the forest?
You'll be able to see if you into the forest.
Okay, thank you.
As we're kind of walking through them parting, I kind of look up to the sky, and under my breath say a little prayer, just say, Istra listo berian vendan inaraf idagaraf he, which is basically saying protect us from the terror we're about to face.
I see him doing this prayer with like a side eye, and I'm like, sigh, put my hands together and just go, yada yada yada, electricity, lightning, go. And then I put my hands out and then kind of carry on following.
Say a little prayer and imagine Zagus breaks into song.
That would be perfect.
No, Zag is just wishing he had a dragon with him.
Oh yeah, don't you always wish you had a dragon? Perfect. So you guys are coming up towards.
Oh my god.
You can see where the border and the bridge is now in sight. With your passive perceptions, you can see that the bridge, the dust cloud that's coming out, you can see some of the fallen bridge. This is a stone bridge that just fords the river. The river is about 45 feet across where the bridge is, and you can hear it running now as you'll get close. But as you look,
Is it me or is the music loud? Sorry,
It's got quite a bit louder actually.
Sorry.
It's also changed to be really dramatic and it's quite scary.
It's almost like we might be having a fight soon against the creature that everyone's hiding from.
Yeah.
We barely get the spiders.
What? I don't know. Yeah, so as you make your way, you see this bridge across it. You can see it's broken, and as you stare out, it's just quiet. You can't see with your passive perceptions. You don't see any movement. You see the forest on the other side of the bridge. You're coming up to where the kind of where the start of the border gates and the border control is on this side of the bridge, but you don't see anything from where you are now. What would you like to do? We can either go for checks, or I can show you a map if you would think that's easy.
Yeah, the map might be easier just to visualize it.
Agree.
Here we go, battle map time!
Oh, that's a nice one, that.
I'm guessing the trees of the forest.
The trees of the forest, yeah.
I like the trees.
Yeah, so essentially you've got the the bridge. You're coming up to. There's a gate further back than this actually that you probably won't see. So you're coming up to the back gate, and it's the start of where the bridge is, and that's what you can see. There's a forest out front, and that's obviously a thicker forest than I can reasonably put down.
And there's no movement whatsoever.
No, as it stands now, you can just hear the river rolling through. The dust clouds have settled completely, and you've got the forest. And like I said, the forest is thick forest as it lies there.
That doesn't look like a meadow.
I look at Zaga and I say, Meadow's a person and she's my best friend.
Ah, that makes more sense. Where is she?
Missing, Zaga, missing! I sob. Quietly.
I cry.
Put my hand on Zaga's head.
Cool. So yeah, you guys are just... Actually, I can do this we can. You guys are like kind of just down
At this first
at
fence.
this first fence here.
I'm gonna run forwards towards the fence on the left side of the bridge.
Yep.
And take cover behind that fence.
Cool. So you are you just running out forwards?
Yep, just running out forwards.
Cool. So
I'll stealthily run to the right hand side.
roll a stealth check, please.
That'd be 18.
18. Nice. So you cruise out to the other side. Let me find my dice for no reason whatsoever. Okay. Good. What was your stealth check?
18.
18. Nice. Rest of you staying put for now?
Yeah.
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 Cool. So as the two smaller members of the party run out, you don't see, but you hear the noise of something. And only seeing the kobold, luckily, you are faced with a rock coming to hit you. Does a 21 hit? Zaga?
Clearly.
Of course it does. You take 4 points of damage as the rock crashes into this fence and crashes into you. And it's like a decent sized, it's a U-sized boulder that's just been launched at you from somewhere. It looks like it's part of maybe the brickwork of the bridge, but you're not investigating it. You've just been hit by it.
Holy shit! Where'd that come from?
If you'd like to roll initiative, please.
10.
9.
21.
6.
12.
Who was 9? Corin.
No,
Sorry.
I was 21.
21.
It feels like
Yeah,
a
I'm wait-
night.
Dead.
Wasting all my high rolls now. Why not?
When it gets damaged, you're done.
Arta, what were your?
6.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
It's fine. I can come in late and save the day again.
It's half in, half in.
It's all playing up to my protagonist powers.
Yeah. Yeah, so this rock gets hurled across as you see from across. Stepping out is a big old beastie boy. The other side, this thing was down by the bridge, and as it came up, just and you see as the rock comes across and hits the ground, you see across the river a big old beast. Looks like a troll.
Is my fence destroyed? My fence.
Your
covered?
fence is destroyed. Yes. Sorry, I just realised I was supposed to be going on initiative. Right. So, Corin, you'll be up from the top.
Okay, so how far away is it, feet wise?
To him.
Yeah.
5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, 55, 60.
Okay, I like to step out and take a shot with my short bow.
Yep, cool. You can peek over the fence. It's like half cover. What for you?
Ooh. Let these rolls continue. That's a nat 20 to hit.
Oh, cool. That hits. Funny enough.
Basic. So it's so that'd be a crit. Doubled would be 12 points of damage.
12 points of damage.
Sick.
Sick. Not worried. Nice. Big damage from Corin. You have movement of bonus action.
I will use a bonus action to hide.
Okay, roll a stealth check.
Seven.
7. Okay.
Oh no, sorry, I put. Is that stealth? Yeah.
Stealth, yeah.
Oh, that'd be make it 14 then.
Okay. So you believe.
Even as a bonus action, it's not like the disengage is like automatic.
Disengage is automatic, but hiding is your ability. So you got to think it this way. You have popped up and shot him, and then hid behind the thing you're stood behind. So your hide is as well as you is against their essentially passive or active perception, depending on where you go.
Right.
It's a bit like saying if you were just like in the middle of the open, you can't be like, I hide here. It's like, what are you hiding behind? It's like the air. It's like, no, it doesn't work. So yeah, you have.
I just with it, obviously with you saying the disengage is automatic, I didn't realise. I wasn't sure how hide worked.
Oh no, yeah, hide is stealth. It's your ability to try and hide again.
Yeah.
Because otherwise, if you just automatically hit every time, you'd automatically get sneak attack every single time.
Yeah.
Yeah, bloody cheat. Cool. So it is up next. My big boy, is going to wade out. What's his movement? To here, and you see as he just comes out, it's just whoa, and this thing looks angry. It wades into the river. You see it bashing against the side of his legs, but it doesn't affect the. You see the river's quick, but it's not affecting this troll here. As it reaches down and grabs another rock and just goes to launch it towards someone who hasn't moved a bit. I think he's going to throw it towards the back. That is a. Remember actions. 21 to hit, and he's going to launch it. That's only 10-foot range. You shot him, Corin. He's going to go for you, so he's going to try and take down this fence here.
Yeah, 21 hits.
21 hits. They're not super damage. Oh, that was pretty good though. That's 6 points of damage as this piece of masonry smashes this fence down and catches you behind. And that's his move and throw. Fabian, you are up. Zaga on deck.
Can I... Okay, I have two things here. I want to recall lore to find out what this is. Can I then do that and then attack?
Yeah, you can do
Okay. Yeah, I'd like to find out what it is, please.
what it is.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Yeah, roll a nature check. Or history, whichever one you found in favour.
I went nature and it's a 22.
22, yes, you definitely. So yeah, as you look at this, you see it coming out. You see that it is what looks to be some type of troll.
Ugh. Okay, I shout out, it's a troll! And then I'd like to cast Hunter's Mark, please.
Mm-hmm.
And I would like to shoot it with my arrow.
Nice. What does Hunter's Mark do for everyone?
Hunter's Mark. You deal extra 1d6 damage to the target whenever you hit it with a weapon attack, and you have an advantage on any wisdom, perception, or wisdom survival check you can make to find it.
Nice. So it's nice.
Is that just for Faye or is that for anybody?
That's just for favour.
Just for me.
Nice. So yeah, you take that. That's a constraint spell, so you'll have to roll checks if you take any damage, and then yeah, roll your attack.
22.
22 definitely hits. Alright guys, do you want to roll below 20? Any points?
11 damage.
11 damage as you step out from behind the thing. Fire the arrow true straight into.
Can I go for an eyeball?
Is that including the hunter's mark damage?
Do I need to add that as well?
Probably.
Oh, okay. Hang on then.
As your.
Oh, it's an extra one.
It could make all the difference.
Okay, so yeah, it's 11 plus 12 then.
Yay, 12.
Kills him. The end.
No. And okay, yeah. So,
Thanks, David.
perfect. You're gonna move. You are back here.
I'll take 2 little steps forward, please. Just I was steadying myself with me bow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cool. Stepping towards the smaller people. Zaga, you are up. Arta, you are next.
Zaga has decided that he is going to cast Dissonant Whispers.
Mm-hmm.
Wait, what did Zaga get for initiative?
9. What did you get?
9.
12.
Oh,
Oh yeah, you're before
so
me.
you're before. Yeah. So you should have been before Fabian as well.
All right.
So you go down.
Okay, so we've. So can I do a similar sort of check in terms of like, I don't know if it'd be nature or arcane or
What are you trying to
whatever,
what are
but
you trying to find?
just to check whether like it feels like this is something of this land, like as a native to the land.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So yeah,
Like
nature
it's
or
not from
history.
another realm or something.
Yeah. Yeah. So nature or history? Do you prefer it?
So what check what I'm gonna do for it?
Nature or history, whatever you prefer.
Nature or history. That is a 17.
17, nice. So you know trolls, and trolls are they're not seen as much as they were. There's like lots of tales of them coming from Alba, where the giants live, and they're like outcast. They were outcast giants. So it does feel like it feels like it's easily from Ashlyn. That's not a problem. You do know that trolls normally they like attack when they're being attacked, rather than are aggressive. They're like solitary creatures who try to kind of like stay out of sight of people and live on their own and are outcasts from any society. So it's odd that it's seemingly attacking for no reason.
I want to afterwards. Yes. So with the cover, I can still do spells from behind the cover, or do I have to step out?
Oh no, you can still do spells from behind cover. Yeah. Well, yeah, you can step out and step back in. Yeah, it doesn't really make a difference.
Okay. In which case, I am going to cast. I'm going to cast my guiding bolt.
Nice.
So I kind of step out, point my hand directly out, like fingers towards beast, and chant a feather blin en egla hen. Hopefully this hits. So that's what it. This is going to be brutal. This is going to be fucking brutal. Yeah, it's 4d6s, so
Okay. Trollo.
Nice.
Nice. Ooh.
Oh, and I used it as the not the spell slot one.
Yeah.
The next attack gets advantage as well, or the next hit.
Yeah, so basically the enemy is lit up, and the next attack made against the target gets advantage.
Yep.
That's if it lives.
Yeah, so that's 8, 10, 12. So was it add more and then double? Yeah.
Yeah. Roll a dice and then double dice.
That's 24 damage.
24 damage. Jeez Louise.
That's mine and Faye's put together.
Alright, guys. We're going to level up. It's going to be super fun. Cool. So yeah, you lean out, fire this guiding bolt in as it lights up this troll, big things like that, and it leans back, just stares back down, and you see like the drool coming out of its mouth as its eyes hone in on exactly where that shot has come from. Would you like to move, or are you staying behind your cover?
I am going to just stay behind the cover.
Stay behind the cover, nice. So Zaka, you are up.
Yes, and I will cast my dissonant whispers.
Mhm.
I whisper a little tune at this troll that goes something like.
Nice.
And, it has to make a wisdom save.
A wisdom save. It's got -1 to wisdom save. I rolled a 6.
That is a fail. So
It's the annoying one where it runs away.
it takes 9 points of damage, and yes, it has to use its reaction and run away from me
Guys, so good.
as far as it can.
So yeah, as this you see, as it's just been lit up with the guiding bolt, it's snaring, dribbling as it's looking down towards Vonven. It just your annoying little ring-a-ding-ding gets in its ears, and it turns, tries to work out what's going on, and uses its reaction to move as far away from you, right?
Yep.
Does that count as the advantage gone then?
Yeah.
It wasn't an attack roll.
Read the rules.
I don't know, that's
Yeah,
what I'm
read the
asking.
rules on
Yeah, I've got it here. On a hit, and the next attack roll made against this target before the end of
Right,
your next turn. So I don't think that was an attack roll. That was just a
Saga,
saving
shoot
throw.
a saving throw. That's where it's called a spell attack. Dissonant Whispers is a.
I say because there is no attack roll for that, is there? So
Yeah,
it's a
it's
saving throw.
Oh god, I closed my D&D Beyond. Needs that.
Cool. Any movement, Artem? Saga? No.
Saga.
Saga. Stay where you are.
Yes, so I'm gonna move backwards behind the fence behind me, and as a bonus action, I will use my bardic inspiration, and I will inspire. Who should I inspire? I'll inspire Arta
Inspire the
by singing a little ditty quickly. I'm blue, dabba dee dabba die, dabba dee dabba. And seeing as I'm blue, that inspires the hell out of Arta.
I thumb up.
Yeah. Also, the inspiration is a bit different now because of the level. So you can also use the inspiration die if you cast a spell to heal someone for healing points or damage for a magic attack.
Nice.
Oh, dangerous. How much is it again?
It's only a d6.
Okay.
Cool. Artem, you are.
So my attack rolls have got advantage, right?
If you make attack rolls. Yeah.
I'm going to cast Guiding Bolt. 120 foot range, should be in range.
Yeah, it will be in range. Yeah. He will be in cover, some partial cover though because of the trees.
Can I move before then so I can see him?
No, the woodland will give him cover anyway.
Okay.
Back to the middle point of the,
Fine.
that's the
That's a 23 to hit.
Of course it is. That hits.
Perfect. And I'm going to
Oh,
use
wait,
my
wait,
inspiration
23.
dice.
Oh,
I'm going to
yeah,
use my
that's-
inspiration dice as an extra thing.
Yep.
So that is
What do you mean?
5d6.
What do you mean you're using your inspiration dice as an extra thing?
That was,
Because of the
Saga's inspiration.
Yeah, but
Yeah,
only-
because
that's
of
only
the
attack
magical
roll, that's not damage.
inspiration, it says now if a creature has bardic inspiration die from you and casts a spell that restores hit points or deals damage, the creature can roll that die and choose a target affected by the spell, add the number rolled as a bonus to the hit points regained or the damage dealt.
So you can roll 1d extra d6.
Yes.
Right, okay. Cool.
Okay. That's 18 points of whatever it is damage.
Nice.
And whoever does the attack roll next gets advantage once again.
Perfect. Bunch of cheesy wonders. Cool. Round to the
Pick
top.
up my level up.
Corin, you're up. You wait.
So how far is it from me now?
Too far. Further, 90. Right.
Oh, I do need to clarify before I did that because it is a somatic spell.
8.
As I fired it off, I said, "Nice one, Blondie."
I kind of give him a little nod as he fires off his bolt as well.
Fires his bolt. Nice. Bolts his load.
How about
90.
90?
Yeah.
Can I move forward 10 feet then, please?
Yep.
And I will take a shot with my shotgun.
Mm-hmm.
It's going to be 12 to hit. Probably not gonna hit him. Okay. I will move back 15 feet now.
Cool. Just straight back.
Yeah.
Nice. So, what is
Oh, what's the dash? I can use that as a bonus action. How does that work with the remaining movement?
You can move. Dash means you can move your movement again.
Right, my full movement, or just the movement I had left after I
No,
moved
your
forward
full
10 feet?
So you get your movement, and then dash is normally using an action to use all your movement. So you can use your bonus action to get out. Wait, it's 25, 30 feet.
Alright, so if I use my bonus action to dash behind cover then.
Okay. Alongside?
Yeah.
Nice! Okay, so you have moved when you have.
Is that just Feywind the Brave standing outside cover?
Yeah.
You know it. Anything for Meadow.
Feywind Wolf Killer.
Wow.
Wolf.
That's like anti-inspiration then.
I want to fuck you guys up in the worst way possible. So he's going to. Your actions are normal.
I think this troll's angry now.
The troll is angry because he gets multiple attacks, and I thought.
It's fine, I've watched Chamber of Secrets, I'm fucking ready.
Was that in character?
Maybe.
He's going to launch. Can I get away with hiding? Yeah, fuck it, I'm gonna try it. He's gonna pick up a tree and just fucking launch at you guys because fuck trying to make the distance up. That is
Partial cover.
19 on the die plus.
I'm in full
7.
cover because I'm so tiny.
I don't care about your cover. Cool. Yeah, because that's a 26 to hit.
Yeah, that hits.
Who are you hitting?
All of us, I think.
Yeah, he's going to try and get across. Probably won't get all of you, but he's going to go. There's going to be an area of effect. He can probably get the 3 in here. With a strong enough throw. Come on, my big boy. Give me my dice. +5. Motherfucker, I rolled a 1 on one of the dice. That is a 11 points of damage as he launches across here. So it's going to be Feywin and the Elp and the Tiefling. 11 points each.
Cheers for that.
That's alright. Can you roll a con save as well, Feywin?
A con save?
Constitution save for you.
For your mark.
I just look up and sort of the branches just by my face. Like,
Yeah.
look like, thank fuck for being so small.
I have a similar thought on the other end.
Do I tell you my con save?
Yeah.
13.
13, nice. So you keep your hunter's mark up.
I'm focused. I'm
You are
concentrating.
super focused. He is going to then.
Is anyone down after that? That's a lot of damage.
How's everyone feeling on the on the doctor scale?
I'm a 9 on the doctor scale.
He is going to.
Bonbon?
Bonbon?
He's muted.
He's unconscious.
He's sleeping.
He doesn't sleep, he meditates. Help life.
He is going to throw that and then step back into the forest deeper to gain more cover because you guys are fuckwits. Cool. That is his go. Von Van, you are up. You will have to come off mute.
Hayward.
I do have a quick question, if you don't mind.
Mhm.
If that thing can throw rocks the size of Zaga,
Yep.
could anyone in our party throw Zaga?
Not in a party, I don't think.
No.
Are you not strong enough over there with your strength?
Nah, I've got +2.
How much strength is needed to throw Zaga? You know, like in Lord of the Rings when they toss a dwarf.
Yeah. It depends on the distance, but yeah, you need a pretty good throw. Depends how far you throw. You're not going to throw him across the river.
I pick up like a try from a river.
Yeah. Probably throw him like 5-10 foot. You might be able to throw him across a gap, but I don't think like launching him as a weapon is going to work.
Cool.
Is Hayward dead, or is he just not unmuting?
He's still muted.
Hayward!
I'm sorry. I didn't realise I was muted. How far away is it from me now?
You actually can't see it.
Okay.
So it launched the tree. As the dust settles, you look up and the troll is nowhere to be seen. Okay, I get he's on the map, but he's nowhere to be seen. As he stepped into the thick forest now.
Okay. Oh. At this point, I think what I'm going to do is I think I'm going to use my starry form to transform to get the constellation of the chalice, I believe. So yeah, I'll use up one of my wild shape uses for a bonus action to do my starry form.
Nice.
So by transforming into the chalice. So basically, yeah. So I kind of roll my eyes back a bit, arms out, chant. Erfanin gu ilglad, not e offlin etiniaf ivilon, and I kind of start glowing. And you see like these nodes appear across her body with lines going between them to form like the shape of a chalice.
Yeah, you
so
actually
lines
radiate
fade,
light as well.
the
right?
nodes stay. What's that?
You actually radiate light as well, I think.
So yeah.
So Zaga, you'd see as Von Van chants in Elvish, as you've heard before, as you start to notice that like he's giving off light as like the points of his elbows and his wrists and like around his body, these like balls of light appear as lines start to draw them up, and across you now have Von Van radiating light himself.
Shit. What
in
the
form of
fuck is that?
It's like I start saying, "Look at the stars."
And so with that, I am then going to cast Healing Word onto Arthur.
Okay.
And with being the form of the chalice, that then means that one other creature within 30 feet gets 1d8 plus 2 hit points. So I'm going to give the other hit points to Faywin.
Nice. Okay.
What do I need to do for that?
So
Hayward.
I did a roll, so I'll let you know. So Arthur, you gain 5 hit points.
Nice.
And Faywin, you gain 9 hit points.
How much? How is Von Van looking health wise?
I'm feeling roughly around about a 7.
Okay, cool.
They're pretty good at a
You
7
don't
right
use that wild shape thing.
What's that?
You don't heal at all when you use that wild shape thing. Then.
Not that form. No,
I can
'cause
with that I can choose to either give myself the D8 or someone else.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Nice. So yeah, Vonvan is emulating light now with these points across his body or like small oars of light joined by lines as the heel goes out across the team. Have you got any movement?
I guess I just move out of the tree.
Yeah.
Step back out of the tree, but
yeah.
Apart from that, I think I'm just gonna
Chill.
just step back one step to stay there. Yeah.
Cool. Fabian, you're up. Still hunters marked.
I'm still concentrating.
Still concentrating.
So it says on here that I have advantage on any wisdom perception or wisdom survival check you make to find it. So the fact that he's now hiding in the trees, can I get you to do a wisdom thing to see if I can
I think
see
you
it?
can do the wisdom thing. So you can roll a perception check with advantage.
Okay, yeah, I'm gonna do that then.
Wisdom.
11.
Oh, that gives me a chance.
You motherfucker.
Oh no, I rolled a 6. So as you're looking out, trying to scope out, and you see he's disappeared, you're looking for any movement. You see between these two trees the form of the troll kind of like making his way around the side. Okay? So as you're scanning out, you just see like the outline shape move. So you get a general idea
And-
for it.
Still lit up by guides and bolts, isn't he, from Martin?
Until it gets back round to Artie, yeah.
Is it? Last
Yeah,
whole
you get
round?
advantage on your thing.
Yeah. So yeah.
Sick.
It's only the first attack roll there.
Can I reach him from where I am? If not, can I move forward
With
so
your-
that I can
you should-
shoot him?
What's your bow's range?
150.
Is that full range or is that his normal range? He's got two numbers.
150 foot and then 600 foot.
Oh.
Yeah, it's only like 90 foot. So it's within
Okay,
your
then
range.
I'd like to shoot at him, please.
Go for it.
24.
600 foot.
Right.
Fucking crazy.
The 600 foot's with disadvantage though.
Yeah, 600
To
foot.
be
is
fair.
advantage,
Still.
yeah. Yeah,
24.
24 hits, even with additional cover, because you guys don't roll under 20s apparently. Peace
You can check D&D Beyond if you think I'm cheating. Right.
Don't worry, this troll's just got 170 life. Out of nowhere. Typo.
Trolls regenerate according to divinity.
Shh, no, they don't.
So it's 15 damage.
15 damage. Nice.
Yeah. And then can I move back a bit, please? Just a little tiny bit.
Where would you like to move? 'Cause you won't
Oh,
be
there's a tree stood in the
the
way.
tree's there, yeah. The tree doesn't go away.
Did you add the Hunter's Mark damage on that as well?
Yes, you did.
Just to there's fine.
Just like next to
Yeah, fuck it.
the midget.
Thank you, kind regards.
And did you get an extra d6 from the Dan's thing as well? Nice.
No, that's not from me.
As I was
That-
Dice here, you cheats.
No,
did you add
that's
an extra
from
8 damage
that
for-
was Dagger's inspiration. I used it.
Oh,
in
the
the
inspiration. That was it. Yeah. Sorry.
Oh, yeah.
I think
So-
I've done enough.
I had a D10 just because I farted last round. Remember that? Saga, you're up.
Only if you fight in song.
I turn around and look at Bonbon and see he's looking a little ropey.
Mhm.
So I'm gonna just touch him and cast Cure Wounds.
Nice.
And Bonbon now heals for 11 points of healing.
Nice.
Yeah, it's
Thank you.
a healing word, but you have to touch them.
Yeah, touch is the good one, but you have to be nice and close.
Yeah, it does more healing though.
yeah.
The touchy one.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I guess that's why, because you have to be so close to them.
Yeah, you've got to like rub the wounds better instead of just saying it'll be all right.
I don't rub Bonbon's thigh.
Stay where you are.
And I guess I will use a bonus action again. Who am I going to inspire this time? I think I'm going to inspire Faywin, and I'm going to do it by yelling out, "Your hair looks lovely."
I blush. And then focus again.
Cool. So remember, you've got that.
So
on
you
there.
have the inspiration dice as well.
Inspiration die. Stay where you are.
Oh, he has to be next to me anyway to do the healing on me.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
have
you
to
can
be
move after he does the heal though.
in that case, I'm going to move a bit further to my left, just in case another tree comes down the middle.
Quite nice. Cool. Step over. Arta, you are up.
So I can't see him.
He no, definitely now the light's gone out on him. No.
Okay. So I can't really do much. So, like a Total War archer band, I'm going to do a loose formation, and I'm going to move close to the bridge.
Nice. Get out of the tree. Get off my tree. Ah. How close to the bridge? Jump over 1, 5, 10.
Just like base of the tree, a base of it.
Basically.
So I still can't see him. Is there anything I can do that would be fun? I could cast Fog Cloud. That would be fun.
Definitely cast Flock.
But I know how much you hate that, so I'm
I
probably
do,
not
unless you
going
cast it
to.
like, I don't know, generally around your area. Like maybe you should all cover yourself. That'll go.
So I'm going to cast Shield of Faith on myself.
Use an additional AC.
What does that do?
Gives me 2 extra AC. So I've now got 18 AC.
Nice. Cool. And you staying there?
Yeah, I can't see him, so I'm not going to do anything else.
Right at the top, Corin, you're up.
If I go on the other side of the bridge to where the troll is, is that enough cover for me to hide behind?
You wanna go what, like?
So on the left-hand side of the bridge, if it's
Oh,
there,
yeah.
is it tall enough for me to hide behind?
Yeah, you just it's tall enough that you could crouch down behind it. Yeah, it's not a broken fence.
Oh, I should have done that.
How far's your movement then?
At 25, so how far away is it?
You're not gonna make it over 5, 10, 15, 20, 25 gets you next. To
If I
If you-
dash,
Yeah.
if I use my action to dash,
Yep.
and bonus action to hide,
Yep. Cool. Roll a self check.
17.
Nice. Cool. You staying there?
Yeah. I'm fully moved. So.
Cool. Oh boy. What's my baby gonna do? You
Die,
fucking
hopefully.
Disney whispers. That's what I just
It's bleeding, it dies from its wounds.
keep fucking you up.
It cries.
Probably is
Tears
crying.
of blood
It's-
because it's dying.
It's just got a thorn on its foot, and you guys are just killing it for no reason. You didn't ask where it was.
Keep standing on Lego.
It's got such good attacks. But
Oh my God.
Killing it for no reason. It threw a bloody rock at me, and all I did was move towards a bridge.
True, and he's only little.
As far as you guys are aware, this thing has disappeared into the forest. Von Van, you are up.
6 more trolls appear.
4 more, 1 for each of us.
You've gone to get his big
Um,
wings.
What do I want to do? I am going to head over to Zaga, and I'm going to use guidance on Zaga. So I kind of
Okay.
rest my hand on his shoulder and say, "Listo cavo iam e funes hem."
What?
and that
You got
and that gives him a
D4.
D4 to add to ability check of his choice.
How long does it last?
It lasts for 1 minute,
Okay, so yeah, around. Cool.
and it is a concentration spell as well.
Yeah. And I know it doesn't last very long. Favorite, you're all up unless you're moving anywhere on that.
No, I'm fine there.
Favorite,
Can I track and see if I can see him again?
then should roll around a perception check, see if you can see him again. If you roll above 20, I'm deleting D&D Beyond.
11.
Yay! You can't see him.
I can't do shit then.
Haha! Suck it, guys! I just had to hide a monster. I don't need to fight him at all. Yeah.
Okay, so I
We
just
can
tell
play- we
everyone
can
I've
hold.
lost track. I've lost sight of him. And that I can't do anything. So
Cool. Zyga?
If I wanted to dash, can I do it stealthily?
No. It's a dash. You can. No. You'd have to run and then try and hide, but then even if you dash, you're using your action.
Yeah.
Dash is like, I'm using 6 seconds to get as far as I can, as fast as I can.
Yeah, I'm just trying to think of some way I can use this extra D4 to a skill check.
Just do a backflip. Do a backflip.
You know what? I'm going to wander out into the open
Yep.
behind Arta,
Nice.
and I'm going to try and draw this beast out by singing. I'm going to try and make it really angry by singing at it.
Sing it.
Do I have time to sing, or are you going to enforce 6
I'm
seconds?
going to
on me?
enforce 6 seconds on you because this is combat.
I stop and stare at you, walking on the shore. I try to concentrate. My mind wants to explore.
Arthur's next attack's a disadvantage because it's terrible.
Can't help but feel you're using me as a giant shield because you couldn't find a shield on the side.
Never.
Arthur, you're up.
Hey girl, when I look at you,
As long as Arthur has his go.
I'm in love. There we go.
Okay, good. I'm on throwing 2 trees at you.
Wait, is there any kind of performance check to see if it succeeded in drawing this beast's attention?
Yeah, roll a performance check.
Plus my extra D4. Okay.
Yeah. What's a singing?
So it's a dirty 20 plus an extra D4. Should I roll the D4?
Yeah, roll a
And that's a 4, so 24.
24, nice. So you are singing out, waiting for the forest to move. As he
Yeah,
rolls
basically.
out.
Troll appears out of the wall like Peter Andre.
Peter
obviously.
Andre out, yeah. Arthur, you're up.
I'm just gonna prepare a toll the dead.
Okay, cool, nice. For as soon as you, what's the range on
See
that?
it. Oh, actually, that's a good point. The range is 60 foot, so I guess if
Okay,
it came
so-
to the shore,
okay,
maybe.
sure, yeah. Okay, cool. About the top, Corin, you are hidden.
How broken is that bridge?
It's pretty in the middle. It's pretty broken. Like you'd have to try and jump across if you wanted to get across.
Or have someone throw you.
Or have someone free.
Not much I can do. I'll just hold an attack.
Okay. What attack?
So hold an attack.
Yeah. What attack? What are you going to attack?
Oh, it'll be a short bow attack.
Cool. Right. How's he going to do this?
Do I stay hidden or do I have to roll again?
No. If you haven't moved, you just keep your stealth check.
Okay.
Yeah, you haven't moved from moving. My boy. He's going to have to do it. He's going to have to do it. Fucking bastards. So you see emerging on the end of the Peter Andre, the troll from this far side.
because of the Peter Andre.
What's the Peter Andre? This is a traditional song of the Kobolds of Draco.
Oh,
55, 60, you motherfuckers.
Jesus Christ.
Fucking hell, he's quick, isn't he?
He's
can I get me
You can fire your
toll of the
target.
deed?
Yep. And the
And
crossbow
the,
attack
attack
as well, yeah.
Does the water slow him down by any
No,
chance?
he's really angry at that Peter Andre.
No.
If I'm attacking from being hidden, is that advantage?
If
Oh no.
you are unseen, it would be advantage.
Is it a sneak attack?
If I get advantage, it would.
What did you roll for your stealth?
17.
Yes, so you are unseen. Yes.
Okay, so that would be a 18 to hit.
18 hits.
Shit. So that would be 5 points of piercing.
I quiver in my boots.
Um,
So you come out
and
crossbow bolt hits the shoulders and screams down as it runs towards you. Troll dead.
wisdom saving throw.
Oh, I got 5. Fuck you, dice. You're going with it.
Okay, that's perfect, and it's already hurt, so that is a d12. Let me find from d12. Got 2, it shouldn't be that hard. And that's 11 points of necrotic damage.
Nice. You see that, yeah, it's the crossbow bolt goes to the one shoulder, and the second arm starts to blacken with the damage from. Did you say it was 11?
11 points, yeah.
Nice. As this thing is starting to bleed pretty badly. Glad he regenerated and then got killed straight away. He has one.
Oh my god, I'm enraged with Peter Andre now he's standing so close.
Yeah.
How big it is compared to you.
Yeah, I know. The annoying thing is, he's so fucking annoying. I'm gonna have to just like. I'll have to swing. The thing is, I'm swinging shit, which means it's weak. He's gonna pick up the fence and just swing it at essentially Art as the only one close enough that he can. Nah, Faber, you're behind a full fence though. The singing is coming from the tiefling as far as he's aware. Oh, that's another. Oh, maybe not though. That is a 18.
Meets it, beats it.
Woohoo! That was lucky. It's only D6 though, anyway. And I rolled a 1. Fuck you! Dice! You cum gullet. It's 2 damage as he swings a fence towards you. Because a fence would only do 2 damage.
Do have to do a concentration check, I believe. Let me check. Yeah, I do have to do a concentration check
For
my
your armour.
Shield of Faith.
Yeah, nice.
Yeah. That's a 19.
Nice.
Plus, is it plus anything for? Yeah, it's con save, so
Con save,
21.
whatever your con save bonus is. It swings, grabs the fence, swings it towards you in a rage, and as the fence just disintegrates on the way through, the last post catches you in the face and does a measly 2 points of damage. And that is the trolls go. Von Van, you are. Oh, poor boy.
I think I'm going to cast another guiding bolt again.
How's the troll looking?
He's
Yeah,
angry
With his eyes.
and hurt.
really.
That is a 16
16 hits.
hits.
Yep. It's a big beast.
Oof. That is 18 damage.
Of course it is. Rather than 18 damage. Cool. That is what did you hit with Guiding Bolt from there?
Yeah,
How far's Guiding Bolt? It's like
120.
technically covers the- Alright, cool. Faye, when you're up.
So it's now
Right, should we-
lit up again for
Yeah.
the next attack as well.
Oh, it's got advantage on his next attack.
I believe Faywin still has the.
Yeah, I've still got-
contribution as well.
You've got
I
what?
flick my hair with joy because I feel so inspired still.
Oh, yeah.
So, can I move back a little bit? Will I be able to see him over the fence if I move back? Bear in mind that.
Yeah, it's not. It's only a half fence.
Okay, yeah. Can I move back just a tad?
Yeah, that's the edge
Yeah.
of the table.
And then I'm going to 25 to hit,
Ah, get fucked. Yeah, got him. 2 damage.
and then for damage,
You'll die in the next combat that way.
bear with. And then one more. 12. Did I do the maths right?
Did you do the math right?
12.
Better get it
Yeah.
right.
Yeah, it's 12.
12, please, sir.
Sweet!
I'm-
You fire your arrow as this troll is struggling straight through the eye this time. As
Thank
the
you.
beast falls and dies, unable to fucking murder any of you. The
I
poor
mean, it threw a
little
fucking
soul.
tree at us.
He was defending himself! The troll was dead. Good shot. Well done. He came
Thank
back
you.
with enough life and you guys literally whittled down about 300 health points.
I cast light on my pipe and start juggling it.
Nice. And you are?
I get over to the troll and see if there's anything worth stealing.
There's not, I'll tell you now.
Can I go and pick up my arrows covered in troll guts?
Yes. The troll explodes. You will take 9 points of damage.
As he's going through, I whisper to Zaga, I think I've heard that troll nuts are really are a delicacy.
I pull out my dagger.
And then I just start walking away, giggling to myself.
All the troll that you want. No, the troll is pretty damn naked. Yeah, it's only. I mean, you can try and cut his nuts off if you'd like. But is anything?
No, but actually, can I try and take a tooth from its mouth just as like a trophy?
Yeah. But it's not too difficult to do. Just slow punting around the gum to cut it away until you can pull out a tooth. And
Yeah,
his tooth's
cool. I've got
decent
it.
size. Like it's probably the size of your hand as a kobold.
I will put it in my backpack.
But yes, the troll is dead. You are out of combat. The beast is down. That dissonant whispers, I think, probably saved one of your lives.
It's so good with the running away part.
It's so annoying because he started the other side of the fucking thing. He gets
Mhm.
3 attacks if he's up close.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
Jesus.
so I could have killed each one of you each time if I got 1 close range attack. But as soon as I went to start moving over the water, you sent him back the opposite way. So I'm like, well, now I'm fucked.
I was gonna say, is it more annoying than that guiding bolt? But maybe.
Well, no, the good thing is I'll just kill you with someone else. So it's fine. But yeah, it's just like, oh, Dissonant Whispers is such a dick one if it works because it's like run away and you're like, oh, cool, this is a melee character. Shit, he's on the other side.
I had a feeling it wouldn't be very good at wisdom saving.
Yeah,
throw.
it's pretty not very wise, very angry. So yeah, once you just kept him at bay, it was like, oh fuck. And then what was it like 4 natural 20s between you all? I think it was wild.
Yeah, we're out very lucky with the rolls.
Wild.
Yeah.
I think the first 4 attacks were above 20, and then you add in guiding bolts to them as well. It's like, oh, okay, people are learning their characters. Put that into the battle simulator for next time. But no, good. Well
Yeah, I
done.
mean, like, getting that nat 20 on the guiding bolt was...
Yeah.
was
Yeah. And the troll, yeah, well, those who would roll things, but trolls can regenerate health, but there was no amount of regenerating health that was going to help him get back from like losing 40 points in 1 round. It's like, oh no. But yeah, the troll is down. You can take your individual trophies from them. It is on the beach, bleeding out into the like mud sand that makes up the border here.
I think we want to venture across the bridge and see if we can find the meadow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey guys, we still have to find that meadow.
Let's get across that bridge.
I don't know if I can swim.
Hey Arda, can you toss me across this middle part?
I mean, I can give it a go. I mean, I'm gonna need some help. Can you like hold onto this rope and I'll give it a go? Because I can't. Water doesn't agree with me as far as swimming's concerned. I like a nice wash, nice bathe, relaxing bathe, but not like drowning levels of bathe.
Von, can you just shape the water so that we don't have to watch them launch and maybe just move out of the way? Is that a thing?
I can, but we have to go one at a time.
Zaga, do you want to be thrown across?
I mean, it sounds fun.
I pick up Zaga.
Oh god. This is how
I mean,
kill it.
it's only over the crack in the middle of the bridge, right? You said it wasn't that big a crack.
Well,
I
no,
thought
this-
you were launching him across the whole
What?
lake.
Yeah, well, he's not going to manage that. No,
on the bridge.
So the crack in the bridge. So there's two bits that are broken down in between. So the it's like a 10-foot to the middle section, which is small, and another 10-foot. So you'll be trying to jump and land on the middle section to jump and land over again.
I'm throwing him.
Find a way of fording it, or shape water and move the river. But the river current is strong. It's not a. It was wadeable for the giant because it's massive.
How far can Art throw me? Can he throw me to the middle and then I can try and jump the last bit?
That will be. You can certainly try. He can throw you towards the middle, and then you'd have to land. You'd have to stick the land.
That's a 6.
For strength.
Yep.
I think he struggles to pick me up at that point.
Yeah, that doesn't seem very hard. Yeah, you'd have a better chance jumping.
We're gonna have to hop it then.
Remember, I did gymnastics.
Would I have? I guess I probably would have exited starry form.
Don't you?
It's 10 minutes. It's 10 minutes.
10 minutes is a lot around a combat. So you probably still have a couple of minutes left in there.
Okay.
Unless
And
you
not that
decide
matters with this anyway, but yeah. Okay, so who wants to go first?
I'll try it. Looks fun.
Okay, so I use shape water to freeze the 5 foot of water directly in front of Zaga.
So okay, so I'll walk you through this. So you're gonna how are you doing this? So the river itself.
Jumping to the middle and then jumping across.
Yeah, I'm going to try the jump on the bridge as well.
Yes, you've got the jump, which is short. If you're going to freeze water 5 foot at a time, the river itself is like 30 foot wide. So that's a lot of individual freezing, and it probably isn't the best idea. If you're looking at it, you'd have to freeze a bit. You'd be freezing 5 foot for him to stand on. You'd have to follow him on the bridge.
Oh no, because I can. It has 30-foot distance.
Oh, okay.
So I can just do one, then he gets onto it, then do the next one, then he moves across, then do the next one, and it'll get rid of the one behind.
Yeah.
And you freeze a bit, put them on it, and then push it. Use your powers to push it around.
No.
Ooh, we can get someone to the other side, and they can hold a bit of rope. We can hold a bit of rope on this end, and then you can do the ice bit, and they can like pull on the ice or something.
Hey,
I'm just going to jump the bridge.
So. I'm just going to jump the bridge.
Tara, do you want to get in my magic bag while I jump across?
No, it looks fun. I want to give it a jump as well.
Okay. You want to go first?
Sure. So what do I have to roll for that?
So you're rolling an acrobatics.
Acrobatics.
Yeah. So it's only a 10-foot jump. So the jump with a bit of one-up's not bad, but it's the
19.
19. Nice. Yeah. So you take a little hop, step, and throw yourself over. You land, and you're landing on like for you it's more than a foot's width, but like a couple of foot's width worth of stable pies what you're landing on to do another light leap over.
Be 17 for the second one.
Nice. So yeah, you like a little frog, and Corey makes his way over. Corey makes it look easy.
Hey, that looks easy. I'll go next.
Cool. Two
First one is a dirty 20.
It's a dirty 20.
Yeah.
So you make the first jump and you land in the middle section. Easy enough.
And a 16.
Yeah. Again, the two smaller members of your party have just hopped like little frogs across. Easy enough.
I chest bump Zaga. It's the only one tall enough to do it too.
Well, you don't see behind you. It's a troll, and it kills you. Ah! That doesn't really.
I think I'm going to jump as well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was like making it sound scary days. Two
you
acrobatics.
did.
Unless you want to try something else. But
Athletics or acrobatics?
Acrobatics.
Yeah. First one's 11. Oh, fuck.
You make the jump and you lose your footing in the middle. Roll your second check. It's going to be harder to hit now.
Oh, really? Because my
you-
second one was a 6 anyway.
You go. There's gonna be a quick reaction. So you jump, you wobble, and you, as you're falling, you like just jump, make the second jump, and as you jump, your foot slips on the stone, and you just crash in face first into the water, and you start getting carried down the river.
I said to like I said, I thought she was good at gymnastics.
So I thought.
She is being dragged down the river rapidly away from you guys. So if anyone wants to do anything, it's quick fire.
I have some rope in my bag. I'm just going to try and chuck the rope out to her
Fucking
while holding the other end.
Yeah, cool.
The man
this
who
is-
can shape water is going to throw a rope.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
She, roll
Yeah,
'Cause I
just if
can't-
he
I can't-
shapes ice above her head, she's gonna hit it and get knocked unconscious.
You could
I can't. I can't.
shape
Shape,
the ice behind, behind, so she just stops on that ice.
I can't put it in
Throw-
any square the character's in.
Just
Yeah,
fucking kill the
creature.
troll.
Throw
I'm gonna
that.
fucking drown.
Roll a. It will probably be for distance. You'll be rolling a strength. You're either going for distance or you're going for precision. So it's either athletics or acrobatics, and she's
My question
moving away.
is, why is someone on the side of the bridge where we're not trying to get, we're trying to escape from, and throwing the rope instead of someone on the other side?
I don't have
No. It's a reaction.
She's flown away. You got to pick one and roll.
Yeah, I'll go for distance. Yes.
Cool. Go for athletics.
That is a 14.
14. You launch the rope out as far as you can. It reaches close to where Faywin is, but it doesn't hit her as she is being dragged away. Faywin, you can. You have nothing else on you, do you? Roll a Dex save for me, please. Is anyone else doing anything as she floats away? Quick reaction, guys.
25.
I'm shouting no!
Cheers.
I'm on my knees.
As
No!
As you reach out for your first with your first hand, it just splashes into the water. You know the rope was around there somewhere. You hear the voice of Vex in your head saying, "You know these guys will get you killed." As you switch your hand round back and you feel something wrap around your arm, as you have hold of the rope. Van, can you roll a strength check, please?
I want to get up and help him.
Cool. Do it with advantage.
I'm jumping to try and see over the edge of the bridge.
That is a 12.
With advantage, jeez.
With advantage.
You guys are weak. You stumble forward as you grab, and then you've got Arta there behind you holding. As you can feel that you are holding on, that this is difficult. You can't just hold this forever. This is not a good position to be in. You feel the line go tight, Faywin, as you are holding onto the rope. It's wrapped around your arm. You can feel it ripping into your forearm. As you are holding on, just being buffeted by the water, it's just smack. Almost you're struggling just to breathe.
I'm going to jump back across the bridge to try and help with the pulling of the rope.
Nice. Give me 2 acrobatics checks. Please fail.
Oh, God.
14.
Yep.
21.
Okay, yeah. So you hop back again as easy as to grab onto the rope to steady the guy. It makes it a little bit easier to pull. Yeah, Fabian, you are struggling to catch any breath as this rope is digging into your arm. Anything? This is quick fire.
While this is going on, I'm going to run down the other side of the bridge and on the other side of the shore.
Yep.
Let's try and get down the island.
Can I try and pull myself on this rope
Yep.
using an athletics check? You struggle to swim or stay afloat in treacherous currents. That's me.
Yay!
Yay!
Yeah. Athletics check then.
Shall I? Yeah.
Yeah. You can pull
I'll
yourself.
beg. 7.
7. You try and pull yourself forward. You take 1 point of damage from the rope burn into your arms as you're trying to pull up. As it fires you back down, you're trying to get your head and shoulders above the waves so you can breathe and pull yourself forward. At the moment, you're struggling to do both. It's breathing or pulling yourself. Guys on the bridge, there's 3 of you there now. What would you like to do? You've now got it steady. With 3 of you holding, it's steady. It's not. You're not going to get dragged in, but you've just got hold of rope.
Guys, we got to pull her back.
Try and pull back.
pull it towards you on the bridge.
Yeah, we're gonna have to.
Yeah, cool. Give me a.
Are we on the bridge? I thought it was on the side,
shore.
on the shore.
I would have assumed you would have been stood on the bridge if you were going to be jumping over. But you
I
could have
wasn't
moved
going to jump
around.
across the bridge. I was going to. That's why I was further out to
Okay.
be able to chuck the rope in.
Okay.
Because I was going to do my shape water after everyone else got across. But yeah.
Okay. Make sure strength check even shitter. But yeah, that's okay. So you can say you're out on the beach, and so you want to pull it.
Yeah.
So can you tug of war
Try to
style?
pull it back up the shore.
Give me each of you. Give me a strength check. It's a combined skill check.
19.
21.
18. which-
Nice. As you're holding on, you feel the pain when you start getting dragged towards the shore. You're kind of coming across the current now. You feel the guys go in. So big pull as you drag them all the way over. That was big rolls. Faywin, can you just give me one con save?
14.
14. You feel that these guys have got it under control now, and you roll, almost like roll underneath. You're just taking the pain in your arm, and you are just like on your back, breathing now as these guys pull you in. Those rolls were high enough for you guys to just keep heaving and keep heaving as a little down the shore, you see the silver hair, not blonde hair, of Faywin crash against the side as you get to, you're just like face down, Faywin. Right around your arms.
That's a
Good sneeze.
Oh, sorry.
I run to Faywin and I say, "Hey, I thought you was a gymnast."
I'm just choking on water.
You,
I pat her on the back.
I wouldn't worry about the split ends now. It's more like
Probably
a-
not hard enough, but I just pat her on the back, try and get up. I'm like, go on, let it all out, let it all out. Kind of hold her hair back.
I'm like choking and like, you know, when you nearly feel like you're going to drown, just snot's coming out and
Yeah.
all that. I'm kind of embarrassed by it, so I'm trying to cover it with my incredibly wet cape, but it's not really working. It's really unattractive.
Nice.
Oh, thank you guys.
I give her the end of my cape to wipe her nose.
Thanks, Arthur.
You are paying the dry cleaning fees.
At this point, I suggest to everyone that, hey, maybe we don't cross this bridge. Maybe we just go back to those Alps over there and tell them the fucking troll's gone.
I'm just on the other side of the bridge. Wait.
Yeah.
Maybe they even got some boards or something that we can use to cross the bridge.
That's the second smartest thing you've ever said.
What was the first?
About ducks, I think.
Yeah, that was a good one.
I shout over the bridge. We'll be back, Corin. We're just going to go see if we can find some boards.
You're just gonna leave Corin.
What?
Hide up a tree or something. No one will see you.
Or see if you can find a meadow.
I can't hear them.
Nice.
We shouldn't leave him that side. What if another troll comes? I say while just choking on water still.
Right.
Will we be
well,
able to pick up one of those fences between the four of us?
Yeah.
Oh, let's do that then.
Could we grab one of them and lay that across?
They're fences, so they're individual panels attached by
Okay.
two big strings. So you could.
They probably won't
they-
be strong
they
enough.
don't fit- yeah, you wouldn't think that. They went down
I-
pretty easy after the troll.
Can we move the tree branch?
I go up to the bridge and I use my hammer and pitton in my bag.
Yeah.
Hammer it into the bridge, attach my rope to it, and throw it over to the other side of the gap.
Nice. Give
Why
me.
didn't we just do that in the first place?
I forgot I had it in there.
Yeah, it's only. What's your strength?
But do I strength roll or just
No,
in
what's your
general?
actual strength score?
13.
Yes, you're pretty strong. That's fine. Yeah, you can get a very close. And it's only like a 20-foot gap, so if you're using 50-foot rope, there's like so much left over that it
I've
doesn't-
got 40 foot of rope left because I used 10 on getting over the fence.
Okay. Yeah, so that's fine. There's enough there that it doesn't just flop back in the water.
Okay, so we'll cross with the rope then.
Mm-hmm. Are you going to tight rope? Is anyone attached at the other end? How are you doing this?
I've tied it to the pit.
You tied, yeah, that's one end.
I mean, I was assuming that they tie onto each other just to themselves so they don't fall in the water.
Jump with a rope as a safety line.
Sounds good to me.
It's up to you guys.
Yeah.
Whatever you want to do. Cool. If you want to do that, then give me the acrobatics checks.
Do we get advantage for being tied with the rope?
No, because it's not going to help you. If anything, it will be a hindrance to jump with the rope. It just means you won't. If you fall in the water, you can be dragged up the other side.
Cool.
I
You
got-
go first.
I got
I'll go first.
14. So,
Oh, so you go first.
I need 2.
So-
So 14 and then.
oh, okay.
Yeah.
I thought we were all doing it, no?
Yeah, but it's 2. It's 2 jump. It's a jump on the jump, so it's 2 acrobatics checks. So
Oh.
it's fine.
Fucking hell, I'm gonna die again. 14 and 17 for me.
Nice. So this time, you steady yourself.
Oh, thank
jump, undo the rope, throw it back, and the next person can go.
I'll go. I got this, guys. Right.
Easy.
That's a 9.
9. Yeah. What's the second one? It's got to be high. Beat your 15.
17.
Nice. So you stumble and then just go for brute force, jump forward like Superman style, poof, and you actually clear it much more than you thought you were going to do. There's no hanging at the edge. You just like slide on your chest plate a little bit, or on your chest rings.
I'm going to get up and bow.
Nice.
Is it me up next? Bombard, you going?
I'm going to test out the shape water on a block near the edge of the river, just to check whether that can handle my weight.
It might float away.
Yeah. So hang on. So it says. So you're trying to freeze it, right?
Yeah.
Passive change. Freeze the water. Fire no creatures in it. The water and freeze. Yeah. So this is a running river.
Okay, so it's probably going to just float off, isn't it?
You'd assume that if you freeze an ice cube in the river, it doesn't just stay in
I'm
place.
gonna try one in the middle of the river, see what happens to it.
Okay.
Not actually go onto it, obviously, just freeze one in the middle.
Cool. Before the bridge or after the bridge? Before it's gonna crash into the bridge.
Before the bridge.
So yeah, you look over the edge. Zaga, you can roll your rolls if you're going to do that. And as you see Vonvan staring over the edge, and you look down,
Yeah.
casting your shape water.
First,
Yep.
12.
Yep. And what's the second?
And a 16.
16 does it on the second. Nice. So yeah, you stumble a little bit on the first one, get straight over. As Vonvan, yeah, you concentrate down, and you struggle to get the water to shape. You can see that the ice is kind of building from underneath as the running water runs over the top. And then as you finish the spell and the ice block is formed, it just runs straight away into the side of the bridge, cracks and starts to smash a little bit against, breaks in 2 pieces straight away from the force of the river.
Okay, I am going to jump across the bridge.
That's what I did.
Glad we didn't try that then.
Tie yourself to the rope and 2 dex checks.
Is it dex or is it acrobatics?
Acrobatics, sorry.
Wow. Wish I'd get those rolls for other things. That was a 20 and a 19.
Nice and easily. After you hit the just hop, skip straight over. You're like, man, that was way easy. I should have just done that from the beginning. Also, I will remind you roll a natural 20 in combat. So let's not be greedy, shall we? Cool. So you guys make it across. Your tied off rope and padding trick worked. That was nice. Faywin, you are soaking wet from the river. It is January, so it's going on pretty cold pretty soon. And you have in front of you the pathway towards, the route into the border forest. You see, as the bridge ends, it just enters forest. There's no clear route there, so you'll be entering the forest. And I don't think any of you have been to Eden before. I was just trying to think, Vonvan, you probably haven't because you were more west side.
Yeah.
So you won't know the routes out. But yeah, you would just have a forest in front of you. So yes, and at 11 o'clock, that's probably a good place to stop.
I'll recover all my bits.
Is this a safe place to take a long rest?
No, so this is what I was going to say. So where you're at now is you're about to enter into the border forest, so that would be essentially travelling and terrain that you're not familiar. Well, some rangers will be familiar with, but not familiar enough that you could feel like you're going to safely sleep in it. Like a troll's just come out of the forest and burn up a bridge, so a long rest is probably going to be attainable in there.
Cool. Just clarifying.
Yeah. So yeah, it's where you want to
carry you for a bit, so you can rest your legs.
You can short rest.
Have any
But
more
when you're
things?
in the forest, yeah.
If the others want a short rest,
Yeah, we'll stand guard, but we don't have any. I don't have any more hit dice.
What? You mean smack talking at the beginning lost some hit dice? That's crazy, yo. But no, it's a good place to stop. Good place to stop. You defeated my poor little baby troll. So yes, you've cleared the pathway, and you have made your way over into the border forest, where you've been told that somewhere within here, the last party that went out on patrol had not returned yet. One of those being Meadow.
You said we are taking a short rest here.
Up to you. If you guys want to take a short rest, you can take a short. On the edge of the forest is the best place to take it now. So if you want to take a short rest, then you
Yeah,
can
I was
say-
thinking I'd get back my pile shape.
Yeah, take a short rest. You set with all the little crap you've got from your venture kit. It's a little fire, so Fabian can dry off as best as
Yeah, I'm
she
going
can.
to wring out my cloak.
Yeah.
Also, do we need to reset maximum HP or just automatically apply healing with dice result?
If
No.
you want to roll hit dice,
Yeah.
you can roll hit dice. If you don't want to, then just
So as part of that
just say
thing,
to take short rest.
yeah, as part of that thing, you can click the add your hit dice. I think it was.
Yeah,
Automatically apply healing. So you select how many hit dice you want at the bottom.
spell slots.
If you want to use any hit dice.
Yeah, it's only if you want.
I
You
don't
only
know
use
what
your
hit
dice.
dice is.
It covers your HP.
Yeah, so basically on short rests, you can use hit dice to recover HP
Oh, wow.
if you want to.
Okay.
Yeah. So that's the point of a short rest. Is some people get spells back and some utility stuff, but it's a time for
Got it.
healing up
Thank
with
you,
the hit dice.
everybody.
And you only have.
Why are
2
you rolling
dice.
with the basic? Oh, sorry, I thought it said basic bitch. It says basic black. Contrast black. Right,
Basic
sorry.
bitch also makes sense.
Karen?